Don't.
They do say birds aren't real, though.
Your microphone is muted.
Birds aren't real! Got him!
Lawrence reminded me.
Birds aren't real.
Yeah.
But wait, is it in this folder? Oh no, I think it's in my other folder.
The bird proof?
The paper that you signed.
Yeah, the
that said
NFT.
birds aren't real.
True.
The NFT.
Evidence.
Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We're Not Great RPG, and we're here once again for the city of Oshuamp. So it's going to get real cold.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then we'll have a brief recap and pick up where we left off 3-4 weeks ago. I don't remember how long it's been.
It's been like a month.
4 weeks ago.
It's been like a month.
We're back.
I'm always Don, and today I'll be playing Ether Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric.
I'm not Lawrence, and I'm playing Yelumla. Also, fuck DJ.
I'm Paul, and I'm playing Felix, and I'm very concerned about not Lawrence.
He meant not concerned.
I'm Glenn, and I play the Wall Whisperer, Vorst.
I'm Sarah, and I play Super Not Cursed Retora. Newly not cursed Retora.
Newly not cursed.
Freshly renovated. I'm DJ and I play Nesgrim. I'm Nesgrim and I play DJ.
Oh my god. There's a Drake's joke in there somewhere.
Well, it sounds like that when I say it.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm John. I'm the DM for the city of Oshuamp. Last when we gathered, we were still in our wonderful respite and hanging out inside of Arthur's mansion, relaxing. Nesgrim got beaten up by Wembley. We talked some more about Wembley. We talked some more about Arthur and his background with the Heartwood family, what his family did for the city of Oshuamp, how there's always been a Heartwood inside of the city, how his mother and father were a pair of masons and carpenters, how William was a bounty hunter and assisted in collecting bounties for individuals inside of the city, which we're like, maybe that's not cool. But, you know, we'll see. Ether offered to, as long as Arthur was comfortable with it, to set Wembley's soul free, because Arthur does still have pieces of the bones of his dear uncle that he brought back with him from their expedition into the mines. We talked about a lot of things. So the episode concluded with Rheirda and Vorst hanging out in the dining hall while everybody else was getting ready to go back to sleep. Several of our characters are still suffering from levels of exhaustion. And Vorst and Rheirda were like, hey man, like, how are you now that we're in the city? And we have a moment, and Rheirda's like, dude, there's like definitely a monster inside of me that's growing, and it's kind of weird now that it's in the city, and I hear things talking, especially the walls. Let's like maybe figure that out. And Vorst was like, yeah, dude, let's go listen to the walls. Everybody else is asleep. It's great. So they gathered some snacks, and everybody else goodbye, because we're gonna chat with the wall.
Good luck.
Compelled duel.
Compel duel the wall.
No, Paul.
Oh.
Sorry, Felix.
Yeah, right, not Paul himself.
No.
Paul.
No, you said what you said.
Right? Yeah, so I mean, you know, I remember him saying, like, I want to go outside, let's zoom. You guys gathered some snacks. The location where Arthur's estate is in the northwest corner of the city, you guys are only about 60 to 80 feet from the wall. There is a tower at the corner. So like the back left of the estate would be in line with where the tower would be if you continued out from like his corner of the courtyard. You can see that there's clearly two individuals in the same robes of the brothers as there always are. They don't remotely look like they're looking out in your direction, but two of you are out here in the courtyard, 60 feet from the wall in, you know, ambient directions from effectively like your 9 o'clock to your 12 o'clock.
So like if we go out the front door
Yep.
and go right, it's there.
It's literally right there. Like, yeah, he is straight up in the corner of the city. So, I mean, if you just want to go to the fastest, that would have you not underneath the tower directly, you'd be probably 70 to 80 feet away from the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'd walk outside. Before we left too, I was assuming he would have had some kind of like a coat rack or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would have given Rheirda a robe or something to throw on just to kind of cover up his horrifying nature.
Yeah, he's like dumb, but he's not dumb. Like, he also be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, Two of you begin approaching the walls, which, I mean, for you, sincerely, you had only seen them from, like, the outside as you were approaching. And then during your time inside, you've been mostly collected within the tavern, so
Been too
you've not
busy to
really...
even care.
Yeah, you've not really given, like, a good look at the walls with any sense of closeness, which, as you're approaching them, now that you've seen it, you've seen obsidian. It would look very comparable in the quality, where it has that, like, sheen, kind of shimmering look as you're approaching it. And then in the same way that when you look through, like, a beer bottle, you can clearly see that there is some kind of radiating, maybe not light source, but kind of like how we've got the lanterns, where you can see that there is a different sensational, like, glow, where it looks like something's moving consistently. If you were to look at, say, like a waterfall behind a mirror, where you can see there's a shimmering shade that's consistently moving, consistently
From
not...
a distance, it would look like a glare. As soon as we get up closer, it's in the stone.
Correct. Where it looks like there is definitively a thick surface for what the face of the stone would be. The blocks look enormous, so I mean, they wouldn't be perfect squares, they'd be slightly ill-cut rectangles, but pretty well designed. Like 6 feet by about 5 to 6 feet. So like huge fucking blocks, not thinly constructed where we've got on our decorative walls. Yeah, I mean, Rheirda, as he's approaching, is huddled over. He's obviously trying to make sure that he's disguising himself. Again, he's not dumb. He's a military-minded guy. He would see a tower and he would turn and shuck away slightly, so this way the height of his hood is in the direction of the tower. He, like, carefully walks towards it, gets within 15 feet of it. You guys are outside the courtyard. There's nobody really in the area. The cobblestone streets that are here in the nicer part of Slums West have a nice, like, 3-4 inch covering of snow. You guys are very carefully walking over. As he's looking at it, you can tell by being adjacent to him, the closer he gets, the more visibly unnerved he becomes. Like, you can see his lower lip, like, slightly start to shake. You can see his brow furrow. He, like, looks around, realizes you guys are alone in here, just kind of looks and gives you a little bit of a shrug and goes, "Yeah, man, it's definitely the fucking wall."
Do I hear anything? Any sensation?
Not even a sensation, sincerely. I mean, the obvious indication for you is that it's clearly something, as has been demonstrated before with the way magic resonates. That something is resonating
Similar
with
magics
Rheirda.
resonate with other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my hood's pulled up. I'm following suit to the way that we're kind of walking, shying away from the tower. Well, push forward then. Let's see what we can hear.
Yeah, I mean, he reiterates again as he takes another 5 steps where he's like, "It's definitely fucking orc words, man, but like, it's not an orc talking. Like, it is like a sweet lady. She
Like a
sounds
lady?
nice. Yeah.
Weird.
Real, like, I don't know, welcoming." Gets about within 10 feet and continues slowly taking steps towards it.
Is the glow that's coming from the stone enough to
It would not
Just-
illuminate
just do that, like,
anything.
glow? Like,
It would not be an illumination to where it would project out from the stone. You would be able to tell in the same way that, like, obviously, unfortunately, if we
it's
were to turn
only
the
bright
lights
enough
on,
to see,
Yes.
not to
yeah,
project.
where, like, you can obviously discern that it is hollow inside of this stone. That there has to be some kind of exterior thickness to it, but in the same way that obsidian is like volcanic glass, because there is a light source within it, it is not so dark density that it is blocking the entirety of the light source.
Mm-hmm.
He gets, within about 5 feet, and he just kind of, like, hesitates for a moment, and then just, like, gives you kind of shifty eyes from the side, and is like, "Should I, like, touch it, or just
How well can you hear it now?
pretty okay?" Definitely keeps saying the same thing.
What's it saying?
So, I know you speak Orcish. I will... Do you want to hear the Orcish?
Yeah.
So, Rheirda, not able to do a lower, like, sweeter, feminine voice, would
That's me!
right, would sound more ominous with saying it. He just doesn't get that element of repetition when you're trying to pass something along. So, like, he'll say it, but it is designed to be, like, not as gruff sounding, despite it being Orcish. Kaol Ati Porendor Doraz Nen Ati Carmack Nol Afar Udahuk Obgijak Afar Gulamak Zahovar Abol Afar Bogt Ob Thundar Ag Bri Afar Dumat Vugatentar Zemar Koznak Uk Atigat Nen Snaga Ob Krith Nagrafom Ati Ur U Skator Gaduhend Ati Kashatar Lajir Mab Mashat Za Ati Jarksar Zot Vota. You do speak Orcish. I will tell you the translation. Open the Empire's gate below the gallows by flow of blood, by glowing jewel of fire, by call of hoof and horn, by smoking mystic heart. Herald all there below. Thralls of nine raise the bridge to hell. Carve the ritual's symbols onto flesh. Summon our buried lords home. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, she sounds so pretty. Like, I want to do it. I don't even know what it is.
It's not pretty.
Oh,
And I'll repeat back what she's
is
saying.
in English.
Mhm.
Well, common.
Yeah. In English.
Right. That's bad.
That's really bad.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't want to do that. I don't know why I can hear it though.
Could be because of the way you are. You and I are the same. That is the one difference between us.
Yeah. He just kind of stares like transfixed at one of like the big block that is obvious eye level. You can see like his hand is kind of outstretched where he's not clearly pressing it forward, but he just kind of looks at his hand and realizes like, I don't remember raising my hand. Like just kind of looks at it and is like, oh shit. Yeah, I don't think I should touch it.
I don't think so either.
Do you see in it?
I see the glow.
Glow?
Do you not?
I don't see like a glow. It looks like... You know when you get really fucked up on hut stuff? You got like smoke, and it continues to like waft upwards. You know how some of the like shamans would make like special ways of blowing to like make shapes and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I see like smoky faces. Like long. Smiling though. I don't like it.
Like angry smile or
No, like,
calm smile?
yeah, you remember that, weird dwarf man?
Mm-hmm.
Way he would smile when he was, like, happy to see us. That kind of smile.
This is not good.
Yeah, he would turn to you and try to, like, emulate with a weird, like, again, toothy because
Yeah,
he's
as best
got
as
the
he
fang,
can.
like, like, yeah, doing his absolute best to convey, like, a grin of, like, clearly mischievous in nature of like, oh, you see me. That's good. I'm glad you see me.
You should not touch this.
Yeah, I don't want to. I kind of want to go back in the house. The house is really nice. I got food. Not fucking bad walls.
I'm about, what, like 5 foot from the wall?
Yeah. You guys would both be next to each other, so like shoulder, maybe like, 6-ish inches apart or whatever. You guys would be about 3 to 5 feet from the wall.
No, I'll stick out my hand and...
Just like fingertips?
Yeah. Just kind of like feel the edges of the block and everything.
Yeah. So, because it is obsidian, it is incredibly smooth, where it does feel like glass, but it doesn't have that same sensation where, like, when you try to run your fingers along glass, you'll get, like, stuck, because, like, your oils on your skin, like, sometimes will dissipate. This, regardless of how cold, are you wearing gloves, or would you be barehanded?
Barehanded.
Barehanded. Regardless of like the quality or quantity of oil on your skin, your fingers just run over it like a thin sheet of glass. No stickiness, no resistance. I will tell you that it feels unnaturally warm. Not like it's irradiating heat.
It feels warmer than it should have.
Yes, it's literally
being,
snowing out and it's sub-zero temperatures, so like the stone wouldn't really house any warmth. You would feel it and run
Almost
along.
as if somebody was leaning up against the wall for a little bit and then walked away.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my ear up to the wall.
Yeah. I will tell you that as you place your ear, again, it's warm, so it feels, I would say sincerely, like a little bit calming or relaxing because everything's so fucking cold out. Like, it feels like a strange, biting, sinking warmth kind of radiates around your jaw. You don't hear anything. Nothing at all. Yeah, you knock, and I will tell you that as you knock, Rheirda just kind of like jumps back ever so slightly. Maybe only like half a step. No. It looked at you. No, you should get away from the wall.
Take a step back.
Yeah. Like, he's clearly looking at a spot where if he was looking straight ahead and you, again, were a few inches off of him and went
Like when
over-
dogs do that.
Yeah, that, like,
And
oh,
there's
fuck,
nothing
I
there.
clearly see a thing, and you don't see the thing that I see, and I'm watching it kind of move. And it would be moving at a slight angle in your direction. And he's like, no.
I'll pull my face away and everything.
Yeah, he sincerely would put, like, a hand on the back of your cloak and, like, pull you even further away. Like,
Should we go?
Yeah,
Is it moving around the wall or towards me?
it's walking away. And I don't know where it's going.
Like down the wall?
When he gestures, I'm trying to do it so, like, the camera can see, because, like, gesturing like that's weird. He would be going deeper into the wall to where it would look like he's dissipating. Going away.
Okay.
And I don't think that's good.
I don't think so either. We should go back inside.
Yeah. I don't like this place.
Yeah. Trying to think. The wall itself, did it have like the rippled texture that obsidian will have sometimes where it looks layered
So
from it forming?
it will also look rippled when it's been broken. So in the same way that, like, you'll have that like kind of wavy texture for where if you'll break certain kinds of rocks, it would have something comparable to that at the areas where you can see that the bricks aren't joined by mortar. Like, they look like they are just seated in...
Sat next to each other.
Yeah, like,
very
almost
tightly.
like pseudo, like, Tetris style-y, where it's like, whatever placed this, they didn't need to be affixed together by what would traditional construction means with detail.
So, like this.
Yes.
Just huge.
Correct. So it would have that towards the like edges where if you look at the corners and along the sides themselves, they would look like they wave down and inwards.
Do you remember when I pulled my sword out in Felfarthen? What happened?
Yeah, the glowy thing.
I'm curious if that would happen here.
Maybe.
I'd be willing to bet. I don't want to test that theory right this second, though. I'd rather have some people to witness it.
I don't think anybody's gonna see how I see, though.
Yes. Well, if the sword will show me what you see.
He would take a step back, let go of your robe, and just kind of say, like, I'm gonna keep my hand right here. Anything in there tries to pull you, I'm gonna pull you. Okay?
Yeah, and I'll, and it's a dim glow from the moon.
From the moon touch sword?
Yeah, it's not as bright as a torch, right?
Correct.
If I remember correctly. Okay. Just because, like, I don't want to unsheath it, and the guards are like, "What the fuck was that?"
No, it's like, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 20 dim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and crack it out of the sheath and pull it out just enough that I can, like, start to get a glow in front of me.
Yeah, so you'd be clearly directing it, like...
Yeah, and not, like,
towards the
fully
wall.
unsheathed either, so if a guard walks by, I'm not looking like I'm robbing this man.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I will happily tell you that upon unsheathing the moon touch sword, you angle it, you hear Rheirda just kind of gasp, like, huh. And as you angle it up towards the wall, simultaneously with that happening, you would see, in the same way that when you were in for one of the times in the lower portion of the tree, correct? When they were projecting through the hole in the ground? No, you weren't actually.
I was down there for the first session.
First one, okay.
Not the nightmare session when Paul went down for his
Yes.
second go-around, yeah.
When that smoke kind of riddled out from seemingly nowhere, even though it was conveyed as being from the flame, from the edges of the stone in the small gaps, I will tell you that you see small, thin, descending, almost like they are curling. You know how when you have like the traditional just drawings of like a tornado and it looks like a perpetual swirl? From the heights of the stone that you hit, thin trails of a grayish black, ashy smelling smoke begin to dissipate out and down, and as the light of the blade fully hits the front face of the obsidian stone in front of you, you lose any of that sense of what would be perceived as the external darkness of the obsidian, and you see through it almost like looking through a one-sided mirror. And I will tell you that on the other side of it, you see very clearly, moving towards the stone, a face that is about 4 feet tall, exceedingly long. There is not really any elements of what would be defined as like traditional facial features because it is ethereal smoke. It looks like it's a combination of like white and gray wisps. You would see that it's got an incredibly large oval-shaped mouth that climbs down a very long pointed chin, and it looks like it slides up against the smoke, against the stone, and that the edges of its ethereal nature are contacting the points on the smoke that look like it is dissipating outwards. So you see face.
So like the smoke is penetrating the stone and coming out now?
Yes.
Yeah, with seeing that all
Quickly Yep.
and take that step back again.
Yep. Yeah, you hit Rheirda's hand, and he just like, yeah. No. I don't know I don't get why I let it out.
I think we've seen too much.
Yeah. I want to go home.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah. And he
No, just
turns
like-
and he starts to bolt.
Yeah, and I'll just like start walking away back towards the house, but like keeping my face at the wall and keep walking away.
Yeah.
As soon as I close it, I see nothing, right? Nothing's
Correct.
there.
That smoke that was trailing out, the blade would be sheathed. It would immediately evaporate from your vision. He would tell you as he turns and starts to, in a frenzy, run. It stopped. No more. And like a look of panic in his eyes that you didn't even see in Felfarthen or back in the woods. Like,
We
clear,
saw a fucking giant monster with
clear,
a
oh
yeah.
fuck, I know. Like, this is bad.
Size-wise of the face, would it be comparable to Adelstan's size of his head?
Yeah,
So, like,
not
giant
quite
size.
as big, a little bit smaller, but much closer to that than regular human-sized.
And that would be larger than the size of the Baylor's head, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to put it in comparison to things that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. You know, absolutely. Like, Adelstan was about, like, 6 feet. This was, like I said, about maybe,
Like
like
a
4.
4-foot face, yeah.
Yep. And the Baylor was, like, a solid 3.5. So, I mean, still fucking huge when normal head is, like, a foot.
Yeah.
So, not remotely a good insinuation, but not as bad as it could be, I guess, is a fine way to interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Rheirda absolutely runs back to the front door, opens the front door, swings it like wide open, and rushes inside.
Yeah, I'll calmly walk back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after walking, like, with my back to the house for a little while.
Yep.
Turn around and just keep walking back home.
Mm-hmm.
Lock up the front door as we go in.
Yeah, no, as you step inside, you can see that he's about 10 feet into the house on the floor, sitting with his, like, legs up against his chest and holding his knees. That's some Citadel shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, really, really not good. I don't know why it's here, too. But
You said the walls look similar?
same.
And you said that... And I'll... If I remember correctly, I think it was on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull his shirt down and point at the carving, right?
Yep.
Do you remember what it said?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't wanna do the... I don't wanna be a ritual thing.
I don't want you to be a ritual thing either. Do you recognize any of those words? Have you heard this before?
Not that...
I'll repeat the phrase again too, just to refresh his memory.
Yep.
Like,
He
are
would
there any
say
words that stand out to you again?
that he recognizes Thundar and Bree, which are hoof and horn. The other ones would not be.
And you said there were others with you there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being experimented on?
Yeah.
I would also take the time to like find a piece of paper or something and write down,
Yeah.
so I can remember it
Yep.
verbatim what
Yep.
it's saying in both languages.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like there were others, that you are only one of those things that she was talking about.
I don't know how many they had. Like I said, I was in like a dark cage most of my time.
Yeah.
But I didn't... I don't know, man, it's hard to say, but like... There were times during it that... I don't think it was me screaming. even though it was my mouth.
Yeah.
And I think that was how it was for the others in there, too.
Yeah. It's almost certain that you brought back somebody with you.
Yeah.
But perhaps there's something that the guild can do for you, much the same as we've done for Tora.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah. I'll hand him the bag of snacks that I grabbed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he, like, for what would I think be the first time since he saw you, clearly looks like he is slightly tearing up and, like, rattled to a point of genuine discomfort. And just kind of, like, slowly takes the, little satchel from your hands. Do love snacks, man.
We'll fix this.
Yeah. Yeah, your friends are really nice and really strong, so it'll be fine.
How do you feel being here?
Not bad. I don't hear the wall.
It's to my understanding that Arthur's house is very special.
Mm-hmm.
It's good dirt.
Probably gonna ask if I can stay in the, like, shed.
Sure, Arthur will give you a room.
Room?
No more hole.
I would like a room. Yeah.
And we'll get you some clothes and make you comfortable.
Yeah.
This is a good place to be.
Yeah.
Out there may be scary, but in here you're safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He just kind of, like, pulls his arm off and slowly pushes himself up off the ground and climbs the stairs and goes back towards the area where you guys are sleeping. I don't know if there's anything you would like to do before I call them in and we hop to the next morning.
Everybody's asleep, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the, like, elves are resting, so, like, they're gonna be in their rooms. Felix is also seemingly resting, but not, like, as far as you would assume with how he is, like, fully actually passed out.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want to interrupt anything for him to... and I also don't know where Iris is.
No.
She's in one of the rooms. I just don't know where. Yeah, I'll head back up to my room. And I'll spend some time going over that, just trying to commit it to memory.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Alright.
It's true, I could find her.
Right.
I leaned back right as you hit the lights, and I thought I was, like, blacking out. My vision was going.
Right.
I'm so. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Huh?
Was that? I don't think you can repeat that on stream, DJ.
I said I'm ready for the fracas and Secaucus.
Yeah, I don't know what that. No. It just sounds bad.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
good.
Where you at?
Back in the house.
Oh, it's cold in here now that I
I'm
don't
in my
have a
room.
hot drink.
Is this mine or yours?
It is yours. I stole it.
Theft.
This is my house, so.
Very good. Well, yeah, I mean, just gonna expedite it and say it is the following mid-morning, late morning. You guys have another successful long rest, even though that's rules breaking, fuck rules. And you guys, at some point during the day, all collectively convene down here. There would be, obviously, Wembley with really long silver platters, once again, of enormous piles of flapjacks, delicious breakfast foods and things like that, set out on the table. I will say that the other members of the guild are not clearly present down here. The only one who is in the area is Lil Vinny, who's running around with delicious croissants. He does say exclusively that word.
Croissant.
No hello, no good morning anybody. Just run up with everybody that comes down. Croissant?
Yes, thank you.
Croissant.
Thank you, Vinny.
You guys are all down here.
Is the food real?
Yeah. The croissants are not. They're Vinny.
Damn.
They're an extension of Vinny's magic. But I mean, all the other things, Wembley is clearly in a robe, a little apron. It says punch the chef. But yeah, you guys are all down here.
Kick the chef in the balls.
Oh, Rheirda would also 100% be down here, just like face first into a tall stack of flapjacks. Just like syrup all over, into his hair. Like, his hair is effectively Don's hair. It would be like curling back in, just like...
Oh, that's never gonna come out.
No.
Nope, it's fine. He's gonna smell great forever.
That's true.
It's so sticky.
Visually,
Yeah.
any difference? Still got all his skin?
I mean, make a peep check, please.
All right.
An investigative peep.
So can I check his bones?
Yeah. You can feel his bones.
I'm not gonna feel his bones.
Ooh, an
Are you
investigation.
doing a visual bone check?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, you got it.
You know, on the protruding bones.
Yeah. Oh, on the spindly bones that are protruding out. Sure,
Couple
that's
of
fine.
What is this?
spindlers.
An investigation check, dude.
Okay.
19.
19.
Is he 22 with disadvantage?
Very good.
God damn.
Yeah, I will say that, you know, you can clearly see, like, he's predominantly not using his hands for eating. So his hands would be placed on the sides of the table, like, fingers kind of slightly dug into the wood. Just like a real power position for
Yeah.
eating flapjack. Just,
Are there... You know the grips on like the Arizona iced tea bottles?
Yes.
Is that in the table now? Like, is that a permanent feature?
Pretty much,
Okay.
dude.
Got
Yeah, I will say that the ones that you see on the back of his hands extending up behind where his sleeves would be covering Paul, you can definitively see that they are slightly longer. Not like a worrisome length, but like
More.
if they were like
I mean, he's not a growing boy. I mean, I guess he's a growing
he's
boy.
a growing boy.
Shit.
Like he, you know, like they were like 2 inches before. They're now like 2 1/4, 2 1/2.
4.
They look like they're definitively getting like pointy and kind of like curled like razorback.
But it's enough that I notice it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely enough to where you were like, you also rolled a 22. You're also a very investigative and like detailed man. You did really look at him before. It's like, do you know it since he's gotten back to the city? Probably not. I don't, like the
Right.
last time I think you really looked at him was when you met him. So like, you guys weren't fell farther for a while, but like, it didn't seem like he was getting different in there. He definitively said he feels weird now that he's back here. Man.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He just like sees out of the corner of his eyes Vinny walking with like, you know the like big laundry baskets that have the like cloth canvas interior?
Yeah.
That's what Vinny has, just of croissant. Just like 180 of them just like in this fucking laundry tub that is clearly the size of him. And fucking Rheirda just out of the corner of his eyes snatches like 4.
It's not enough.
Is this abnormal for Rheirda, or is
He
this...
seems hungrier.
Good.
Seems a bit more ravenous.
Good. Is our good buddy Arthur around?
Yeah, Arthur would 100% be wandering around. He's got like a robe and a pipe. Totally like nude otherwise.
I was gonna say anything else. or-
Just the robe and the pipe.
Is it
Oh,
tied?
he's
or-
got like big bear fur slippers.
Oh, of course.
What's
yes, he
going
does.
on, Hef?
Is it just like the foot of a bear that he's just
Yes,
like cut a hole
hollowed
into?
out and he's just put over his feet. He's got like a big bear fur robe, like nice lining and everything. He's just got a pipe. And just,
Hood.
yeah. A little bear ear. Yep,
Oh.
canon now.
I'm for sure just gonna
Gun
like.
over the bear.
I'm gonna glance at Retora. Just.
Oh. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How'd everybody sleep? Good time.
Fine.
Very well.
Good. Wembley! Flapjacks again. Creative as always. See Wembley just shake.
Okay, what so shakes.
I know.
Does the pan just dent
Yeah,
the
just
tray?
crunch. Like it looks like it's aluminum foil. It's pure metal.
Oh my god. Jesus.
What's on the agenda, folks?
Well, if I remember right, We had a sparring session scheduled.
Yeah, I'm all ready.
I wouldn't mind a bit of practice myself now that I'm feeling a bit better.
You want to fight too? Oh my.
Found
Now I'm
ourselves
ready.
in some dangerous situations. I think I'd like to be.
Yeah, of course. No problem. Anybody else want to scrap with old Arthur Heartwood?
Not particularly. We also...
That's good, you don't have legs.
Yes.
Be an unfair fight.
It would be very difficult for me without legs. Nesgrim would have to carry me around like a horse.
I'm sorry?
He'd have to carry you like it.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like he's a horse?
Yes.
Understood.
Esker, why are you making those noises? He said like a horse. I mean, we can do that later this afternoon. Big fan of having a good hearty breakfast first.
Yes. We had also spoken about William.
Yes. Yes, we had. Well, definitely an after breakfast thing as well. Probably before the fight. I'm sure Wembley would get a kick out of watching, you know, him and I go at it, fisticuffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe that I have done some thinking based on this ritual that we performed with Rheirda and the ritual from Adrian's basement. Felix, I think if you draw on the ground a magic circle of the School of Protection, I think I can include all of you in seeing what I see in my ritual with candles. Should you wish to join.
I would like that very, very much.
Arthur, I would extend that same invitation to you as well.
Love to be able to see the old fool once more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, nothing else on the agenda. We can eat. Get started on the day.
You said you're fighting Nesgrim today?
Yeah.
I would very much like to see that.
We'll do it in the courtyard.
Would you prefer to meet with Ether before or after our fight?
Oh, no. Ether after. Wembley wants to watch me beat the shit out of you.
Fair enough.
He'll have a great time.
Sure he will.
I might even put on pants.
I would recommend it given my tactics in the last fight.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe I might get some kind of,
A cup, I would recommend.
Certainly, get the silver platter. Mr. Arthur, of course.
Scrapes the eggs off.
Yep. Just on to Felix.
I just catch him.
Yep. Oh God, not the eggs.
I could put these in a tube.
Boom.
Well, breakfast.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything anybody wants to accomplish during breakfast. If not, we will migrate towards ye old duel at dawn between
Duel at dusk.
duel at dusk. I mean, it would be more like midday. It'd be like pistols at noon.
Midday jump.
Yep.
Penises and midday.
Yep.
What did you say?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to go over anything during breakfast, but genuinely, if not, we'll hop towards that.
How's Rheirda looking? Like,
Covered in syrup and pieces of obvious delicious buttery goodness.
disposition-wise, does he...
He seems like he is, I don't want to say, like, eating his problems, but, like, eating his problems. Like...
I feel
The
seen.
eyes still
Yeah, like
have
there's
it.
syrup in my ears, so I can't hear anything scary.
Oh my god! I really feel seen.
So, Vorst,
Yes. We left last night.
What?
Yeah. Just ran an errand.
Thank you, Mike.
Right across the street there to the ye olde wall. Rheirda had told me that he had heard voices coming from the wall.
I'm sorry?
A voice. It was speaking Orcish.
That's not ideal.
No. But I very much would like to know what it was. So we went. And he said that the wall was speaking in a soft-spoken woman's voice. Didn't sound Orcish, but she was speaking Orcish. And I would repeat it back to you, but you know how these things are.
Yes.
Here's my transcription. Rip. Yeah, and I'll pass around a piece of paper, and I don't know if you guys want me to read it out loud, or if you guys want to just read it yourself.
Glenn can read it out loud.
Yeah, you can read it out loud.
All right. Open the Empire's gate below the gallows by a flow of blood, by glowing jewel of fire, by call of hoof and horn, by smoking mystic heart, herald all there below. Thralls of the Nine raise the bridge to hell, carve the ritual symbols unto flesh, summon the buried lords home.
Raise is R-A-Z-E.
No,
Oh.
no, it's the proper raise, the kind you get up in the morning.
That's personal.
That sounds like something we should not do.
Yes, that sounds like the opposite of something we should do.
Ether, you've been in the city quite a while, as of you, y'all know. You ever really look at the walls at night?
Look at them at night?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've examined them at night, but have I noticed anything being around the walls at night?
Nope.
It's black
Like,
obsidian.
I will, reiterate now that, like, again, we've seen obsidian in another location. They
Yeah.
look clearly
Yeah.
like they're constructed of obsidian. They're big fucking blocks. Nothing weird to either of you guys, despite having lived in the city for a very long time. Just big fucking obsidian blocks of stone.
They glow from the inside.
They glow.
Nope.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
Nope.
What
Nope,
color?
nope to neither
Was
of
there a
you.
color to it?
So the glow itself, no, the glow would not have really had a color. It would have looked more like in the same way.
Like a sensation of light inside.
Yeah,
the
well,
area.
I mean, it was illuminating part of what would look like the framework of the obsidian itself. So, like, it would look whitish because it's a light, so it's naturally coming from within. So, yeah, it would have, like, a persistent white, dull color.
Nothing about what you described was natural.
Yeah, it's fine.
You don't know the nature of these stones.
Beautiful glowstones, dude.
No!
Rough blessings.
Would I know the process for making glass, John?
Ether?
Or no? Totally fine if not. Because I know.
If you don't know,
I would say because of the trinkets that were made by your people back in Helltown, you would... Helltown, forgive me. Helltown,
Yeah.
Oh, Helltown.
Yeah.
You would have a familiarity with the idea that it is heated sand.
Okay.
You would not have done it, but you would have known glass workers in that town.
Sure. Okay.
You're
So
close to
yeah,
town.
yeah. No, that makes sense.
Ah!
What if these walls are not obsidian? What if it is heated ash?
Is that how you make obsidian?
Sand and fire is how you make glass.
Really?
Yes.
But I like a fire in a pit of sand often. It doesn't.
Very, very hot.
Oh, it's a big bonfire.
Yes. Or something hotter.
Something enclosed, perhaps.
Yes.
Oh, like an oven.
Yes.
Oh. Well. I never thought about that.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna also remind Glenn of the visage of what, happened with the. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting there.
getting where?
Yeah, it's.
It didn't stop there.
Didn't stop where?
Rheirda felt compelled to touch the wall. Not under his own volition.
And did he?
He did not. He stopped himself. So I touched the wall in his stead. And you know, like when it's cold outside and somebody sits on a bench and they get up and walk away, and then you sit down on the bench, and the bench is kind of warm. It's kind of nice, but not nice.
Yes.
It's bad nice.
Like a warm public toilet.
That.
I would also just like to comment
Bad
that once
nice.
again,
What?
John has told one character to do something, and somebody else is like, I got you. Don't you worry about it for even a minute. I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fine.
Don't worry about it at
It's
all.
fine.
If you're not compelled to do it, then it's not as dangerous, right?
Well, the walls are warm, like that. I touched the wall and it was warm. Went to put my ear to it to see if I can hear anything. And gave a knock. And that didn't sit well with Rheirda. He was alarmed, as though something was there. And asked me about what's in the stone. I replied about the glow. And Rheirda doesn't see the glow.
But you do.
I've not seen this glow either.
Rheirda sees something else.
What does he see?
Do any of you, have you ever seen, like, when hot stuff and the smoke makes pictures?
Yes.
Have I seen hot stuff pictures before?
Yeah. Yeah. That feels fair for an older druid. You know.
Well,
An old woman like me.
Yeah, right?
I used to hit the hot stuff way back in the day. Before it was cool.
Kids are more hot stuff.
Back in my 50s.
Right?
I'm not a kid anymore. Well, he saw smoke.
In the stone?
Yes, flowing. With a grinning face.
Great. That sounds really good.
I didn't see it, and apparently when I knocked, it stopped looking at him and started looking at me. And he pulled me back away from the wall, and I was reminded of our time in Felfarthen, being able to see things that were not there, that I couldn't normally see. So, I took all the precautions, and I unsheathed my longsword.
I just love Dawn's face.
Go
It
on.
was- it
Tell me
wasn't-
more.
It was at that point that smoke started spinning out of the stone.
Great.
But you could see?
Yes. And a face came forward through almost like fog. But it was just the visage of a face, not the actual tangible thing. It was like in smoke, like Rheirda said.
Did you recognize the face?
No.
No, it was, as I said, just a visage. Roughly about 4 foot tall,
Oh,
Okay.
that's worse.
with a very gaped mouth. And
Mm-hmm.
it started moving towards the wall,
Mm-hmm.
almost as if the surface of the stone stopped it, but the smoke was pouring out.
It should sound familiar.
To all of us, or just her?
No, fairly similar to most of the people who had ye old lower tree experience.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, smoke that seems to come from nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Said lower tree experience.
In the hole that we found.
In the
Rheirda.
hole below the tree.
I certainly remember that.
You saw your mother, Nesgrim.
Yep.
She
Wreathed
was
in
a
shadow.
smoke monster.
Wreathed in shadow around you, much taller than you.
Yeah.
Much taller than you remember her being.
Mommy? Sorry.
So long ago.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
It started moving and pressed its face to the surface of the stone at that point that Rheirda yelled and got scared, and I took a step back and sheathed my sword. And when I did that, I could no longer see anything, and he said that it was retreating back into the stone as it did once before. I have a feeling that something that came back with Rheirda resonates with this as we've seen before. magics that complement one another. And that's why I felt safe enough to touch the wall, is because me and him are the same. But if something in his gut was telling him don't touch it, something in mine was saying it's fine. I think it's...
Yes. I would imagine so.
See Arthur take a long drag of the pipe.
It's what? Sorry, I can't see Glenn.
Oh dear.
Oh, gotcha.
Is he still holding the pipe?
Mm.
It's gonna start to slip out of his hands slowly.
What?
Towards me.
Oh, you want to hit, Felix? Oh yeah.
I exhale entirely. And just another Phelps rip.
Mm. It's gonna
Every
be a good day.
Every campaign?
Mm.
Wait, no, it's just this one. What do you mean? I'll pass it back.
Thanks, buddy.
Rin smokes responsibly.
Only in the
No, he
library.
doesn't.
I asked Rheirda if he remembered any of these words that he's heard before in his time in the Citadel. And he said not only does the walls remind him of the Citadel, as it's made of the same stone, the words Thundar and Bree stood out to him, meaning of hoof and horn.
Where were those words?
Sounds like a demon.
Was that what you said?
Yeah.
They're orcish.
Yeah,
and yes,
by
it's-
call of hoof and horn.
Yeah, he remembers the words for hoof and horn.
And it also mentions something about ritual symbols and flesh. And I'll point at Rheirda and have him pull his shirt down for everybody again to show them the horrible... I don't even think I have a drawing of it, but...
The big fucking carving of the, like, horns.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah!
What?
They're on his chest.
Wait, he doesn't have hooves, right?
Rheirda? Slightly.
What do you mean
slightly?
slightly?
What does
Wait,
that
a
mean?
hoof or
I'm
no hoof?
kidding.
He doesn't have hoofs,
He
right?
doesn't have hooves yet.
Right, okay. Yeah.
He said yes.
So I'm
No.
gonna start slowly with Mystic Hand moving plates away from him, since I'm assuming he's still in Flapjack Town. Just no, not to get his attention. Just just
sure.
slightly, just
Towards you? Or
just away from him.
Just so hungry.
Yep.
I think he said this reminds him heavily of the Citadel.
do you
I'd
think
be
it's,
inclined to believe him.
do you think it's safe for him to be in the city?
I think it's safe for him to be here, in Arthur's place. He says he doesn't feel anything here. He can't hear anything.
What if this? What if the walls of Oshuamp and the walls of the Citadel are not different? What if it's just the same wall that runs for, like, underground?
The Great Wall, perhaps.
Like a big wall, right?
You could see it
Or-
from space.
A long wall.
There we go.
Yeah, it is.
Carved into his flesh.
What the fuck is that middle one?
I mean, I'm not great at drawing horns, Paul. I'm sorry.
I think
Well, no, the right one looks
And
fantastic.
then,
Okay.
and then the last one, you were like, yeah, all three of these look like the last
Yeah,
one.
they
if I
should
remember.
look a lot more like that. I was
Okay.
just like, oh god, I don't know how to space things. Help me.
Horns are hard to draw.
Thank you.
I think he's one of these things that they're calling for in this poem.
Rheirda is?
Well, they're trying to make him into one. It's a ritual that they're performing much of the same as what you and Rheirda have experienced.
Good.
Yes,
So we have to keep him away from
the wall.
the wall. That's. We really took him to the right place to do that.
We did. I feel like if there's anywhere that he should be right now, it's in Arthur's house.
Might be the only place in the city that's safe for him, though.
Yeah, shit's good in here.
You said you got good dirt.
Yeah. Finest dirt in the land.
And perhaps you could spare a room for the foreseeable future for Rheirda until...
Oh, for the puppy?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the puppy can stay. Of course he can. He's a good boy.
Does he look excited at being called a good boy?
100%.
Stops eating.
You see, like, the syrup-stained hair just, like, kind of move aside as his ears just wiggle and flip. Oh, good boy. As he is.
Can you remind me what information we have about Ash Hall?
You mean about, like, the thing where, Stone Dragon awoke? supposedly.
Yeah, it's still there, right? Or is that the one that's not there anymore?
No, Whitehall is the one that is completely missing
Got
from
it.
the map itself.
Okay.
Whitehall is the one that presumably you guys saw inside of the vision with Elseth, Dumar,
Yes.
and Durgan. Ash Hall is the one that is far up, straight north of Oshuamp.
Okay.
What would be considered west of the area of the mines. So, like, again, Big Spoon, mines are in, like, top right corner. That's where Alglatha was. Top center, inside of Forest, right at the base of the mountains is where Hostrakar was.
Yep.
Yeah, again, supposedly mass genocide, descriptions of, like, meteoric style fires and everything suddenly, poof, ash, gone. And the
And
idea
then
was...
turn to big obsidian glass stones.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Again, mass fire
Yeah.
extinction. We don't know. We haven't been there. Someday. It's called Ash Hole.
Yep. It is, yep.
And the woods around are called Ash Woods.
Yep.
And you got the stone dragon in the mountains behind.
And then where's the crystal tower related to that? The crystal.
Crystal
Tower
Tower
is
is
to the
Alglatha.
west.
Alglatha is here.
East.
Woods. Crystal Tower.
Oh, okay,
Line.
okay, okay. All right, gotcha.
Right? The northeast.
Correct.
There's not much to the northwest, right?
Oh,
As
no,
far
there
as-
is.
There's
That's,
no,
that's where the
the-
rotting one is.
Yeah, that's like
But,
the
I mean,
that's
as far as like
that's the bad
civilization,
woods.
kind of.
No, like northwest is Orc. Area where rotting one is big spooky abandoned tower thingy that we got haven't really talked about that much.
Yeah, I think Rheirda mentioned it on his travels.
Oh, that's what I'm. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's another big spooky abandoned
Yeah,
tower.
with
up in
the
that area.
light, right? Coming in, yeah.
There's a
right,
lot of
yeah.
those.
Mhm. Yeah, we should
Big
go there.
spooky
Watch
tower.
towers were a thing.
Orcs.
You constructed
Bad.
additional pylons.
Other scary tower.
Thank God, dude.
Oh no!
Ash
My
Woods,
barracks
Ash
really
Hall.
needed them. So just
Okay.
my photon cannons.
I came from
Any ray rushers?
here.
Scum people is great.
Okay.
Area?
All right, that's
Northwest.
fine.
Oh, okay.
Nah, dude, Dark Templar rush all day.
Oh my god.
It's even more cruel in a D&D campaign.
John.
Yeah.
I came from what area of the Northwest?
The woods of Narenter.
Yeah.
You were east, like towards the central eastern portion of the like mid area of the woods. So you were kind of far in.
I'm so excited.
More towards Sabarak.
Sobrock. Yes. If I remember correctly, let me look at
That's what I.
Yield map
That's what I
here.
thought.
Map down.
Any mappers?
Oh wait, I'm an idiot.
The map. The
Yo,
map.
what the
the map. The map.
What?
I didn't see this skiff. Hands coming out of the wall.
Oh yeah, dude, that was really
I
good,
did
right?
not see that. Oh my bones.
Oops. Map images. Bam.
The backpack loaded up with. Was it stuff in?
Applesauce.
Are you
next
looking
to-
at the old map, Glenn?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
looking at
let
the
me-
Iris's map that she
Okay.
gave me.
Uh,
It's in the world details one if
Yep.
you need a
I
shortcut
got
to.
it. You would be. So how it says Kako Dob, and it's kind of
Yeah.
curled up. If you look at the B at the end, if you went into a line, like straight left.
Okay, so closer to Doom Hall than
Yeah,
Sabrak.
you would have been bisecting Doom Hall in Last Watch. That's why your people were constantly getting railed by two different orc clans. Sadly. Very sadly.
Smork WTF. I'm sorry, Smork clap. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I think it's not so much that there is a wall running through there, Nesgrim. I think it's could be something from underneath. In the visions that we were shown before, there is a great deep hole where Oshuamp stands now. I think whatever it is from the light could be from below.
Yeah.
And Rheirda also told us that the citadel was very dark and cave-like underground. So supposedly it runs just as deep.
So if it's just as deep, I guess it could run laterally.
It could.
It's possible the walls of Oshuamp are the same as the Citadel. Just walls that run underground.
Who recognized orcs in an area that they shouldn't be in to the southwest, outside of this area.
You mean outside of the north?
Yes.
So
There was-
southwest was Ryak, where his people were attacked. There are also other points of lore with like the days of the White Howl, which were an orc siege that almost took your hometown.
Oh hell, not his town. Oh,
Wow.
That's really insincere.
Wow.
Oh,
Jeez.
shucks.
Shucks.
Damn.
oh
Yikes.
Helltowno.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh,
Tech the O
Huh?
one.
nothing.
That was
You
at
know,
the end.
Arthur, you talking about the point of the wall's construction, would take a hit of his pipe and be like, no, Heartwood's built this city.
Oh,
Yes.
where'd you get the stone?
I don't know, I wasn't alive. 1,000 years ago.
Do you think it was the stone that was here originally? Makes more sense to just use what was lying around.
Probably. No idea.
Any stories of when they started construction here?
I mean, family legend says, like, Ostador took the city back and contracted the Heartwoods to rebuild the city.
There's no information on how that was done.
No. Not really something you write about.
Were the Heartwoods of any fame before building Oshuamp?
Don't know. Not much family history beyond the 1,000 years. Those are the first Heartwoods that were really talked about.
Were they native?
No. Came here.
From where?
Oh, south? I don't know.
Why would Ostador call them of all people?
No idea.
And how old are you again?
30. Roughly, give or take, like a month or two.
How long have you been 30?
No. Like 9 months, 10 months. It's my birthday soon. He's gonna give me a gift.
It's the third time
This
I've
is the
asked.
third
This is the
time
third time
you've
you've
asked.
asked him
Legitimately.
that. Literally in the last 12 hours of it.
Stop asking his age.
I'm not convinced he's not eternal.
Write it down.
I don't
have my notebook.
I see a blank page.
This is my homework.
Just write 30 and then question mark.
No, I've been,
for
30
take.
since I turned 30 a couple months ago.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, just like you, my memories are weird because I died and everything, and,
I think his memory's slipping with his age.
No, he's going
To be fair,
senile.
we didn't really know him when he was younger.
Nazgrim, are you feeling good? Do you know where you are?
Well,
This
what?
is home.
Well, what day is it?
It's safe.
That's
He doesn't know.
That's good. That's very good.
Who is the president?
That sounds terrible. Perhaps Rheirda should stay away from the walls.
Yeah, the puppy's gonna stay with me. I got a room for him.
Arthur, can you think of any reason there would be smoke faces in Oshuamp's walls?
Smoke faces. Let me think.
Or whispering voices.
That other place could be bleeding into this place. Maybe the stone came from there.
Maybe the stone's a barrier or a gateway.
I don't know, the weird Orky language said something about a gate and a bridge.
Are there any bridges connected to Oshuamp?
There's one that we heard about. It's not a typical bridge.
Yes.
Iris spoke of the portal in the Crystal Tower.
Right.
No bridges in Oshuamp, though. Just a lot of gates. Oh my.
What did I inhale, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely some,
Kool-Aid.
No, Don, you want to give me a dwarven weed name?
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was dwarvish
Sure,
or
it's
half.
definitely dweebish. Dwarvish.
It's Dweed.
It's dweed.
He's smoking Dweed.
You're into that cool dweed.
Grumble smash.
There you go, dude. My favorite Grumble Smash blend.
So ridiculous.
I'm interested.
It's
I'm
nice.
interested in a Grumble Smash.
Just DJ.
Write this down. I'm gonna purchase it later.
Got it from the dwarves.
Perhaps we can ask Iris. No offense, Arthur, but you said your own memory's a little hazy sometimes.
Real hazy.
There's actually nothing left in the body. That's all gone.
He's gonna get lightheaded if he keeps doing that.
It is likely similar to something with Felfarthen. Has it reacted to your blade the same?
Yes, that's exactly why I thought to use it, was my experience of being able to see things that aren't there. I thought perhaps...
In Felfarthen, didn't we learn that obsidian was used to scry in some kind of way?
I don't remember.
DJ finally gets it. BAM!
DJ's 1 and 1.
No, not 1 and 1. 1.
He's 1 for 2. The age counted against him too.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Scry for me, Don. Scry.
I wonder if
baby.
You actually learned that obsidian was used to suppress against scrying.
Oh.
Yes.
That's much worse.
Yeah.
Which means it wasn't scrying. It was here. It was actually here. Only Wolfman can see it for some reason.
Oh,
You were on that by me
Exactly.
again?
That's it.
Yep.
if obsidian blocks scrying, would that mean that no one outside of Oshuamp is able to see in?
Theoretically, yes, I imagine.
You could look over the wall.
Not if they are far away, though.
Thinking more about the gods. Like maybe they just can't see it. Maybe they're not gone, they just forgot it was there.
The gods did not exist elsewhere in the world, also. It is not just here.
I think you might be onto something, though. Because they said some of the gods were killed and buried. Should any of them get freed, perhaps Nesgrim's right, this acts as some sort of camouflage.
Oh, I mean, think about why the spooky thing was inside the wall.
There was.
That was the furthest they could get.
No. It's more like a prison.
It's trapped in here with us?
He's trapped in here with me.
This earth
Actually,
is faintly
Rorschach.
a prison.
You're here with me.
This earth is faintly a prison, John.
Where his
Is
loan
it below
begins,
us, John?
where his loan begins to break, he's imprisoned. Ostador's imprisoned in the walls.
I think he's under the city.
Or in the walls.
No, he's not.
I think he's under the city.
Well,
But he can't get
It's a
out of the
prison.
walls.
It's a prison.
I mean,
I
we know
will literally read the thing again. Open the Empire's gate below the gallows by flow of blood, by glowing jewel of fire, by call of hoof and horn, by smoking mystic heart. Herald all there below.
Stop looking at me.
Thralls,
Stop smoking.
thralls of 9, raise the bridge to hell, carve the ritual symbols onto flesh, summon the buried lord's home.
Oh no.
Damn you.
You found the hand
Damn
with the
you.
symbols
I
carved
did.
into it.
Yes.
Damn you.
Do we still have that?
You just let me zzz
No, you put it
right
back.
on home.
I put it back.
At the gallows.
It wasn't at the gallows. It was a burned out house.
It was a burned down
It was
house
burned
in
down
North
house.
Slum near the gallows.
Okay, all right.
It was near the gallows.
all
Not
Not
right.
like
That's-
adjacent to the gallows, but like 200 feet.
I did put it back.
When we
That's also where a lot of the vampires were.
When we went
Yeah.
underneath the
The orphanage. And we went down.
Yeah, and then
That's
we
pretty
went
close. Like at an
directionally.
angle.
Did we head toward the gallows underneath? And there was a pool of blood.
And then
next to a thing.
A big statue guarding lower.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yep. Luma's not saying any of that, but that's what I thought.
We gotta go
yeah.
back.
I've been pushing for us to go back there for several episodes. Just want to point that out.
We gotta go back.
We're gonna go back, Marty.
I even talked about the statue lady and...
Yeah, I mean, we talked about going back
Yes.
after we
Go to
touched
dinner.
base with...
The dinner, yes. With
Yeah.
Catherine Heartwood.
And if it's related to that any sort of way, then we might be able to get some answers about
Did you send that?
those words there.
Did you send that?
It's in the world district with the world details.
Oh, you shared the picture for me?
Let me take a just that quick.
Oh, of the no, I didn't send the I can resend the
Yeah, if you don't mind, thank you.
I thought you were talking about the map, Paul. Sorry.
No, not the map. Sorry.
No, the spooky writing.
I would like to read the spooky writing.
I would like to.
Borandor.
That's
You don't want me to say the spooky writing?
Can you say it in
Oh, say it in
for us?
Orcish.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, I asked him to read it to me.
I did it in Rheirda's voice where I was like, it's weird because Rheirda can't do the like sweet, serene, come hither feminine voice that Rheirda was hearing. So like
Check
I did
prophecy.
it in Rheirda's voice, which is Kaul Ati Porandor Doraznen Ati Karmagnol Afar Udohok Ob Gigjak Afar Kulamak Sahavor Ob Bal Afar Bukt Ob Dondar Agbri Afar Tumat Vogamtar Semar Kaznak Uk Atigatnen Snaga Ob Krith Nagrafom Ati Urus Kator Gatuhend Ati Kaushatar Lajil Mab Mavshat Sa Ati Jarksa Sots Votar. There you go.
How do you spell that?
I'll kill you!
It's the normal spelling.
Yeah, the classic.
What do you think
You know
it
how to
is?
spell.
Yeah.
Just like it sounds.
I'm concerned because I feel like many of these things are already done.
Dude, what could smoking Mystic Heart possibly mean?
Nobody knows, really. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
And you thought of today to get the pipe?
No, we got him!
All it took was for you to smoke
In front of him, I know.
That's all it took.
No. It sounds like that needs to be like pretty local by the gallows. You can do all these things by the gallows. It's fine.
You don't want to
I
go...
mean, relatively speaking,
Right?
they're like right there.
Come on, man.
You don't want to go.
No, they're all the way in the North District.
You're in
They're
the
fine.
you're in the city. It's surrounded by walls. The walls are like
They have
you know,
souls in them,
blocking
apparently.
things from CNN.
But then,
it's
the good dirt blocks them from seeing in even further. So it's actually like a double block. We're good. We're
double
good.
negatives. They cancel out. Got it.
Yeah, for the other viewers.
Important thought. It would also stop scrying from Oshuamp out.
Possibly.
You can't send for help.
Not if
It
you're,
would work
not if
both
you're high
ways.
up enough.
Have we been able... Like, you can send messages out of the city, right?
Do you know that?
That's what I'm... Like,
I don't think
Have-
anybody has at any point attempted to cast message or sending to an individual who was outside the walls. While one person was on the other side of the walls.
Yeah.
So, nobody has ever been here, wall, person here, attempted to communicate.
but communication has happened from within the city to other parts of the world.
We don't know if it was from within the city. They might have gone outside.
Or if it was
You
magic
sent bird
related.
mail, didn't you?
Bird mail's bird
I
mail.
guess
That's
that's
not
bird
scrying.
mail.
It's bird now.
Welcome to Brand Nye, the Science Guy.
No, but I mean, realistically, if it would block scrying in, it would also block scrying out.
Yeah, unless you have a certain elevation above the walls.
So one of the
Right.
things that I will put out as a point of clarity is that when he was looking at the wall and Rheirda, the stones look as though they are hollow.
Okay.
As though there is stone, so like a sense of thickness, a hollow gap, and then another sense of thickness.
Right. Okay.
It
Right.
was within that the smoky substances and the glow were seen.
Okay.
So what we need is stone melding.
I mean,
Followers from it.
Correct.
I mean, we could just hit an area of the wall and just see what comes out.
We've also seen a stone giant.
Why are you
kinda
looking at me like that?
Into some stone.
Yes, he has.
So theoretically, it could just be a friendly Edelstone.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh no, you didn't say it slithered. We're fine.
No,
It's whether it
the
just-
face was smaller than Adelstone's too.
Yeah. It was only like
But
4
bigger
feet.
than the Baylor's.
Yeah. Like 4 feet.
It was
Oh,
a
that was the
4-foot
face.
That was
Oh,
the
see,
face.
I thought it was like a full visage. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, no.
I thought it was like a
in the-
dwarf size.
In
I
the
got
same
you.
way for like, in The Mummy when the face is made of sand and it lacks all real identifying features
Like
except just
that.
like the hollow sockets, the area where you could see like some projection of what would be a nose as like an indentation, and like I said, a large oval gaping mouth and a long pointed chin. It filled the space of the stone as it moved forward towards him.
So
And also for size reference, most of these blocks are 6 by 6.
Yep.
That description has no
Natural.
correlation to the Rhine one, right?
No, the correlation that I would make in terms of, again, as Glenn is trying to point out in terms of the enormous size of faces, the size of the face that Don saw during his vision inside of Felfarthen again. Yeah. Again, not the one you saw in the vision would have been bigger, but like
But similar
what Glenn is
to-
trying to make the comparisons of was like the Balor's face was like 3 feet. This is 4 feet. The one that you saw sleeping was like 10 to 12 feet. So like,
So it's only slightly worse.
yeah,
than
there's
something
a
we've seen
scale
before.
to my
You saw the
monstrosity.
one
Of course.
sleeping under Felfarthen.
Correct.
That was bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's something here for sure.
Mhm.
These are not walls. This is a tower.
It's a
It's
crib.
This is a
prison.
tower.
No, it's a crib.
It goes all the way down.
Yes, he's creeping his way up.
That is a good thought.
What?
That it extends
Yeah.
further down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bad. That's
We
very
saw
bad.
this place as a hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
A
I
hole that something came out of.
all of a sudden don't want to visit the lower portion.
Success.
Not too keen anymore.
Oh my god.
Not sexy.
Well,
We'll
and
go
genuinely,
today.
that's why, like, the demonstration for what they've been talking about with the Undercity, where they have the kids, that's why the guild's not here. They have to go back for the children.
They
Like,
have jobs.
Yeah, like, they
Yeah.
can't just sit here all day and be like, we will answer every question you have.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, no,
like,
they have-
oh my god, we have like 40 children to go back to protecting. We're
From
tired, but like, if we don't
monsters.
go, they're gonna get eaten. Like,
And the chicken lady in the basement can only do so much.
We
Yes.
said we were gonna help him
absolutely.
eventually.
Picture me a parakeet.
Picture me a parakeet right now.
we should think on this
We should.
and speak with Iris perhaps after our meeting with Lady Heartwood.
Arthur, you'll keep him here, right?
The dog. He's a great boy. Besides, I'll need company after, Wembley's put to rest. Yeah. Be good to have somebody here with me.
He listens very well.
Mm-hmm. He'll be a new good butler. He just ruffles his hair and he's,
Sticky.
sticky dog.
Don't
Oh,
don't
God.
send him
Wembley!
out.
Draw the bath!
Just don't send him out
Son of a
anywhere.
bitch.
He's gonna get syrup in my tub.
And hair.
Until we can get this sorted, don't let him out of the house.
Oh, no. He'll have plenty of space in here to roam, and, I've got some toys and stuff, some bones.
Is he
We'll have
still
a good
eating?
time.
It's like a plush toy.
Yeah.
That was the vault. It was actually just a home gym.
Build a better body.
Yeah, no, he'll have a good time here.
Arthur,
Perhaps put him on a diet.
No.
what will happen to your
Starving
memories
for months.
when Wembley is gone? What will happen to Wembley when William is gone?
I don't know. I've never really made another homunculus before. Yeah.
If this is not truly him, it is your recreation of him. I am not sure that he will vanish when William does.
No, I don't think so either. But I don't know. Something about it feels wrong to keep the vestiges of my uncle still here. I would probably put the old gen out of commission. Possibly work on something else in the future.
I understand.
Wembley also deserves to sleep.
Yes. Perhaps you should work on whatever this next one is before you put this one out of commission. I would hate for all of your memories to be scattered.
I don't think they'll be scattered. You know those feelings where your friend was talking about your gut tells you something?
Yes.
I think they'll come back to me. I think it's more that I gave something of me to keep him in there too, you know?
Yes.
And what is of him will pass, and what is of me will come home.
That I do understand. Perhaps you two should fight now.
I think that's a good call, buddy.
I agree.
You ready? Gonna get the syrup out of your fingers.
There's no syrup on my fingers.
Ooh. Are they so slimy? Are you nervous?
Not particularly.
It's probably your lack of pants.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean... Sometimes that happens in the morning. Especially when there's flapjacks around.
Especially.
Wembley! Fetch my fighting pants.
Yes. Are they brown?
Stark white.
Ooh.
Still.
Yep. Oh my... Dude, Arthur in a kilt would be hysterical. Oh. Just does like some deep knee bends.
Whoa,
Rheirda.
all right. Calm down.
Outside.
Fight outside?
We'll go draw the circle. Let's go.
Yeah. Once again, everybody, prepares. Obviously, this time there are fewer individuals that are going to be outside in here for this, but everybody forms the square, and 5-10 minutes later, Arthur comes back out. Arthur's got on him an old, raggedy, kind of like tarnished set of chainmail, where you can see that there's like obvious like patches that have been broken, and then bless you. New metals reforged in place, so you can see areas where there's like what would clearly look like newer chain compared to the old tarnished portions. He does not have a kilt on. He definitely just has like greaves and pauldrons, what would complete a set of chain. And you can see that he just walks outside with a nice long sword on his hip, on his left side. Just kind of like looks around at everybody, looks at the square. Well, Wembley gave you first blow, so I feel like it's only fair. And he reaches out and he goes to shake your hand.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
To the death, my friend.
Not that far.
Oh, that's right. I can't... Wembley! Put the coffin back! You see Wembley around the corner of the house, dragging a large coffin. Damn it. Just drags it away. Drat. Well, Wembley, you can at least still watch.
Did it have Nesgrim's name carved out?
100%. You just saw, like, Wembley's finger just carving through the wood the name, like, Nesgrim. He's on, like, the G.
I like to think Arthur just had a coffin ready for
With
me.
your name.
It says DJ on it. It's weird.
He ordered you. So.
He ordered me in the coffin at the same time.
That was the box he came in. He's going to put you back in the original packaging.
Ooh, a pristine Nesgrim figure. Oh, this one sucks.
Oh no, I should have broke the
Special
seal.
edition.
This one's old.
Look at the wrinkles.
It's a classic.
Yeah, so I mean, he would shake your hand, take a few steps back. You guys are in again. It's a 20-foot square with your friends around the edges. He would gesture towards you. Wembley gives you the first blow, so will I.
I'm gonna stand next to Felix.
He would obviously draw his long sword. He's not going to stand there like Wembley, where he would attempt to, like, block.
Sure.
Wembley's, legitimately made of metal.
I'm gonna hit him twice with my hammer.
Very good.
Bam.
All right. I'm excited for this.
One of them might hit. 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then 16.
The 16 would connect, so I will sequence them so this way the 16 comes first. You can see obviously that he has his long sword drawn. You step forward with your mace. He looks like he's going to defend, but he looks like in the same way that like Jack Sparrow, when he's like fighting but not really fighting, he looks clearly like he's playing around with you. Where you like come forward moving with speed and heft and like go to bring your mace and he's like, ha ha! Goes to parry with his longsword and realizes he's not actually going to catch with the like edge of his blade to be able to block and go, oh shit! Yeah,
All right.
You'll connect with both.
Alright, and it's gonna be 2d8 plus 8.
We'll have you bring the one down on his sternum.
7, 8, 15.
15 total bludgeoning.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And then...
Bonus action.
bonus action.
Really gotta get it out there.
Right.
Sanctuary on myself.
Very good. And it's a wisdom
frog.
save, right?
Yep, is
For
that...
when I go to attack.
Do I roll burnout?
We're not on the consecrated ground inside of his house. I would say yes. Yeah.
No, just fucking rip that 100. Just.
Yep.
This is where we get
I
the.
have to know where is everyone placed around this?
It's a
'Cause there
square.
were-
There's 2, 4, 5.
There were
Rheirda
casual,
makes
not
6.
casualties, but there were.
Wembley makes 7. Yeah, I mean 2 to a side, and one side would have 3. So whoever wants to be standing near
Right
each
in
other,
jail.
that's up to you guys.
Me and Leg Boy are next to each other.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Okay.
I'm gonna flank him on the other side. We'll be
Sure.
the
So
side
that's
with
the set
3.
of 3.
Me and Rheirda.
You and Rheirda, and then it's you and Wembley. Yep.
D100 for burnout effect, right?
Yeah.
Come on, just rip the 100.
54!
Ooh,
That's
I
not.
clicked the
that's-
table.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't remember what
I
54
honestly don't have the tracker.
Up
Should
up.
we taking damage or whatever?
is. Yes. It actually might be a bad one. It's not going to be one of the worst ones. The really bad ones are in like the 70s and 80s. But the fight or the spell will still take effect.
Good.
It's lose spell level times 2 hit points.
So you lose 2 hit points.
Oh, that's not
Which isn't bad at all.
Ow!
Yeah, so you come like swinging down with your mace. He goes to block. It slides. The head of the mace goes slightly over the angle that he has his blade at. So he like runs the blade ever so slightly down the shaft of your mace. You connect onto his shoulder. You see him kind of like slightly drop his shoulder, so it shrugs a little bit off. You realize you've deflected out to the wide side. And you swing horizontally back into like his gut, the areas to where the chain metal would have the straps that are connecting the two pieces. You hear yourself like thud into the actual like legitimate bones of his ribs, and you're just, oh dear. Yeah, and then afterwards you're just like the slight panic of like I'm ready, but I'm not. You cast Sanctuary on yourself, ever so slightly bathing yourself in a little bit of a radiant glow. But as you place your hand on your chest, behind you have your shield, right?
Yep.
Yeah, behind your shield, like your shield facing front of you. Place your hand on your chest. You guys see the little bit of radiant light envelop around his shield and cast over him. But you see, like, Nesrim just kind of, like, shake ever so slightly as though it stings to do so. Nothing, like, erratic or incredibly damaging. Cool. Yeah, so it goes to Arthur. Arthur's got his longsword drawn. And Arthur just, like, realizes that, like, ow, that actually kind of legitimately hurt. And you just see him look over towards Wembley on the side of the square next to you. Wembley! I won't kill him, I promise. And you watch as he just extends his hand out towards the shed, and you see come spinning over itself, over and over.
Like Mjolnir?
Effectively summoned to his left hand. To you all, as characters, a very strange apparatus with a small wooden handle. Is he gonna fucking shoot me, John? And a small iron
does he have the
shaft.
gunner feet? No!
So it pulls to his hand. Sorry, buddy. And he just like puts the flintlock pistol right in front of your face.
I'll react and give him disadvantage.
You fiend. Alright, so I have...
Fucking brought a gun to a sword fight.
I knew he was going to
Well, no. He didn't bring a gun to a sword
I brought
fight.
a sword to a
He
gun
summoned a gun.
So I have to do a
sword
wisdom
fight.
save anyway.
to shoot me in
Summon
the
a gun
fucking
to a
face.
hammer
Yeah.
fight.
He summoned a gun
16
to a
on the
hammer
die, so I'm gonna
fight.
pass.
Yep.
And then you're
Guns
getting a
have
disadvantage
hammers.
on the attack. roll.
Yes.
It's still a hammer fight.
Claw hammer.
Does he hit?
Drop the hammer. Bow, bow.
A 17.
Will not hit.
You can use your reaction to hit him
That's his feat.
and add a extra damage die of psychic damage to whatever the damage
Whatever
die is.
your weapon die if you hit.
It's a 15.
A 15 does not hit. Yeah, he's got the 16 with the chain.
Wasted.
So I'm gonna tell you that like this, he pulls the fucking the little hammer back, claps, and you're like, oh my god, what is this? And as you rear back, your shield just like ever so slightly catches it at a perfect angle to where the bullet slides up the shield, up over your shoulder, deflecting it away from your friends behind you,
Thank
up
God.
over
If I
everybody.
get killed by a
You get
stray
shot in the
bullet,
face.
How loud is it? Is it very loud?
It's fucking loud. It's just BAM!
just hit me in the legs. I won't feel it.
What kind of magic is that?
Gun!
Arthur casted bullet.
I think it's ingenuity.
I don't know about that kind of focus.
New flavor of magic is called gun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're rearing back with your shield, and he's gonna come in with the longsword hand, because he also still has extra attack.
So he's gangplank.
Yeah!
I
Dude,
think
just wait till I start shooting barrels!
Can he
Blam!
one-handed wield a longsword?
I think we did this last
Yeah,
time.
dual wielder feet.
Sanctuary applies to every hit.
Yeah, I'm still gonna roll with disadvantage here. Yeah, because he's
I
got the
remember
dual
that.
wielder feet. I'm an idiot. I was rolling for the sanctuary saving
Oh
throw,
yeah, it's wisdom.
not the
Yeah.
because the disadvantage was on the attack.
Yeah, it was only an attack.
15
That's meats.
meets. Oh, my bones. Yes.
gonna
Only
double
disadvantage
down
on the
gun.
first attack.
I think it's only on the first.
If I remember it
He's
correctly.
gonna double down on gun.
Disadvantage on the attack. Yeah.
He points his long sword at me. Fucking
Pulls the
shoots
trigger.
it.
Sword gun.
Yeah, it's a 14 on the die, so it's 21.
Yep.
Thank you.
At least you didn't get shot yet.
Yet.
That's 8 slashing damage. Coming in from Arthur's longsword.
I thought that was the gun at first. I was like, slashing?
Slashing gun.
Shoots
Minor.
knives.
We have slashing bullets now.
Okay.
Is this an item interaction for me?
Just like in Talladega Nights.
I didn't even feel it. It's weird.
How you doing over there, champ?
I'm looking to see if this is an item interaction for me for this feature.
Oh boy. Oh wait. What? Oh boy.
Not for the gun related stuff. For
Just Harry Potter summoning the broom.
no, for his alchemy stuff.
Ooh. You fucking dip the sword in something?
He's gonna splash a potion in your eyes. He's gonna blind you.
Free item interaction.
No,
For item interaction to kick you in the balls.
Let me just look at my bag.
Nope.
Oh.
It's a free item interaction, but I didn't roll for which one I'm gonna get. We're gonna roll now.
6.
You're a hero, and I love you to death.
Why have you cursed me this way?
I gotta look at this spell, dog.
Power word kill.
Woo-wee!
You cursed yourself. You challenged the two like constructs that barely survived the mines. Well,
Power word kill, but the word is warning.
Oh my god!
You just get sneezed to death.
I thought you were getting a mini. I was like, for what?
Oh no.
was it like the type of gun? Is that what you're? Or?
No, for the potion he drinks because he makes potions because he's an alchemist.
Oh, he's drinking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he realizes like he only kind of connected, and he throws his pistol up in the air.
Okay.
And he reaches down towards a small belt on his side. And he pulls out a little potion. And you see him just go, "Cheers to your health, friend." Chugs it. And you watch him grow
Oh God.
horns out of his head.
What?
Oh, yeah! That's the end of Arthur's turn.
What is this man?
Use every spell slot you have.
The devil's about to take you down to Georgia.
Yeah,
use
right.
all your spell
And you don't
slots.
have a fiddle, boy.
All right, get in there, champ.
Right, it's your turn.
No fiddlers here.
What kind of horns?
Horns of Ale.
Are they like mountain goat horns where they curl, or are they more like gazelle horns, or are they like no, your stereotypical horrible demon
I would
horns?
think horrible
Or
demon
antlers.
horns.
Okay.
Horrible
Yeah,
demon
he has
horns.
little-
He's been in the mines. He's seen shit.
You know what?
All right.
I think it's time.
Blindfold magically go
And
over
for
him too.
I can smite on both attacks, correct? I'm hitting him twice with my hammer, searing smite at a second level on both of them.
You can only cast Searing Smite because it's a bonus action, so you'll cast it once.
And hit once with it.
You can Divine
You
Smite
can
on
divine
each hit.
smite anytime you hit.
Yeah.
I take it back.
So
and I'll
you
do-
could cast a smite, make an attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit, also divine smite, attack again, and divine,
Divine
smite,
smite
if
again.
you hit on the second attack.
Gotcha.
also.
Cool.
That
Yeah.
we'll do that. Searing smite and a hit, and then divine smite if I feel saucy.
Very good. People saucy.
Okay. So one of them's a 2, so that's not gonna hit. That's the second one. So the first one's a 14.
Nope.
No. I'm sorry, on the die.
Oh,
so
14
20
on
total.
the die. 22?
20 total.
Oh, 20 total. Oh, my bones.
Dirty 20.
So Arthur watches you just kind of hesitate slightly and just with the first swing of your mace, which is the 2
Warhammer, but-
or Warhammer, but swing forward with it, and he just kind of ever so lightly, gracefully leans back, and then you, in a bit of an angry rage, realizing oh fuck, my friends are here, I don't want to look dumb. Swing with more vigor in the second strike, and he sees that it's gonna connect. And he just spins his sword, and I'll cast Shield, and I'll roll Burnout.
And add 2 to your AC.
No, 5.
Oh.
Yeah, pumps me to the 21, so you
Paul
don't
back
connect.
to
So yeah, don't hit them.
Doesn't matter.
5, so I do not burn out. Oh. Oh, there! That was gonna be a good one.
Go ahead and burn my smite.
You keep
You
the
still have
concentration for
on
your
it. You just
for your
need to make
burn.
concentration checks if he hits you.
Yep. Cool. So,
It's the end of my turn.
yeah, so at the end of your turn, I'm going to say that the pistol falls to the ground in the area, around you all. And Arthur just
Goes
kind of...
off.
Huh?
Goes off.
Kablam! Shoots Ether in the knees. Please!
Gonna need longer legs.
Please!
It make you 7 foot tall.
Yeah, no, Arthur just kind of looks at the pistol and goes, "Hey, what do you think you're doing over there?" And summons it back to his hand.
Ooh,
Thankfully-
can I have a tug of war with him?
I can't be disarmed of it. Let me look at something real
Okay.
What if you're
Because
not
it's
currently
bonded,
armed?
right?
Of
quick. Yeah, because it's weapon
Because when
modded.
it fell, maybe I just pull it my way.
Even flavor wise would be fun to just see it.
Who's tugging on me pistol?
Give him the old tug.
Right?
Grab his pistol and twist it.
Oh,
Twist his pistol!
Pistol twist.
A twistle, if you will.
A twistle.
I will say yes. It's definitively unclear. He's obviously not armed of it, but
Okay.
it is I summon it and it comes back to my hand regardless. But I think it's interesting. It is effectively a telekinetic ability.
Yeah, I would just use Mystic Hand to be pulling it initially, and then
Yeah.
if I have to increase the power.
So what we'll do is make a strength check, but use your int mod.
Okay.
Ooh.
Brain strength.
Yeah. Which I think actually he'll do also. I'm a 16.
I mean 19.
Yeah. He's just trying to pull his pistol back, realizes that something's holding it. Oh, we're not gonna fight fair then, are we?
What are you
you mean?
Sorry, Nesgrim.
I'm fighting fair.
Things are gonna get a lot worse for you now.
I'm doing my best.
He reaches towards the shed.
He's gonna get shot with the sawed off.
And you watch as this man reads back towards himself. And you see this extended, long, double-barreled, cut-off, forged, like, seared-tipped, cauterized, handled shotgun that just kicks to his hand again.
Sorry, bud, that's my action. I can't grasp the other one.
I'm gonna take a double barrel of buckshot to the chest. Wait, boy.
Do you have a shield?
Not yet, you aren't.
He hasn't hit.
John, I'm gonna shift.
Fuck you using loud
just kidding.
new
If
tools.
you want to, you
I was gonna
totally
give him
can.
advantage on it because I wanted to see it happen so bad.
That's funny.
All right.
I'm taking 2 barrels of buckshot to the chest from point
You know,
blank
it's only
range.
gonna pepper you up real nicely.
Yeah.
It'll feel
Wait,
great.
what's that? What, is this an attack?
Yes.
Oh, buddy. Disadvantage.
You got it.
Also, Sanctuary is no longer active because I
Correct. You attack.
smite.
me.
Yeah.
Is he doing
And you
anything
also.
when he does that? Like when he's using his feet?
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope. He's a telekinetic boy. Oh, baby. No, it's still not gonna because it's a 17. And you said 17 misses last time, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, first, kabrat! And you just all see this like puff of smoke just envelop Nesgrim. Just as this like cloud of smoke exhaust pipes out of this fucking sawed off in Arthur's hands.
Hey, bud, you can hit him.
And just sprays and splats pellets all over your shield.
I think embedded in the shield.
Is it bad? Don't, come on.
I
man.
would say they definitely a few of them like dent in.
Love it. Another one?
The Arthas dice tower.
12.
Available at Walmart.
I rolled a 5.
Damn.
What's up?
Would I know my feature thing that you've given me?
Yeah.
Would that be visible if I used it?
How visible are these features?
You let me
Mine
know.
is
I
very
would
visible.
say for the ones that don't physically change your form or require you to move, they'd be pretty spiritual in nature, so pretty undetectable. Yours changes. Because, you know, well, one of your elements.
Well, I was
does
going
a
to use
thing.
the other one.
Okay.
For
That
part of
doesn't-
mine, I just have to be within 10 feet of Nesgrim.
Pretty mystical.
Yeah, mystical,
Sure.
magical tomfoolery.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to open that can of worms. Fuck it, let's just have a good time. You miss on your attack back, and he realizes that, like, oh, you seem to be pretty strong against these. And he's gonna flip it and reload it. Sorry, though. $19.
I would like to use my reaction to boost his AC.
Okay.
By 2.
You were at an 18, so you go to a 20.
I have 19, so I'd be at 21.
So you go to 21. So yeah, no. I will tell you that, like, you realize this is going to catch you because you're not angling your shield the right way after the first blast. You kind of, like, lower your guard. And I'll tell you that you feel something, like, mystically spiritual kind of envelop you in a sense of protection and jerk your arm in front of your chest and face and just BRAD! Another enormous exhaustion explosion just peppering bullets against Nesgrim's shield. And like Arthur again just like laughs and is like, haha, all right then. Hell of a fight we've got here, buddy. Round 3.
Indeed.
Back to you.
Fucking.
You said the gunshots were like
Loud
gunshot.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guards are like, we can't go over there today.
You gotta go.
I still have Searing
my
Smite up, right?
Correct, because I did not hit you. So.
I'm hitting him twice with my hammer.
You got it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
This one's final. That's a 22.
Mhm.
So I'm a Searing Smite. All right, hang on. This is many dice. And by many, I mean 3. D8, 2d6. Right? I've never smited before.
What is this feeling?
I know.
Right?
Really?
Yeah, I've never popped a
Unlike a
smite.
casted smite.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to be honest, I've been waiting for a nat 20 that hasn't
That's
happened.
fair. That's fair.
Don't you understand all of your spell slots?
At the start of each of the creature's turn until the spell ends, it must make a con save. On a failed save, it takes a d6 of fire. On a successful, the spell ends. But the initial extra damage dealt by the attack, so the residual damage doesn't increase with spell level on the first hit.
First hit, yep.
So I'm gonna do Searing Smite, Warhammer, and then I depending on the second hit. Let's see. So, all right, I cap the D8. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be many damage. 12 damage from the Warhammer.
So 12 bludgeoning.
Yep, 12 bludgeoning, and then 3 fire
3 fire?
on 2d6. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
And you know what? We're gonna divine smite that too. Let's just pump these numbers up. These would be rookie numbers. What's divine smite? 2d8
if you're using it first.
plus
class.
1d8 for higher than. I'm doing second level.
You got it.
3d8. You fucker. 7, 9.
9 radiant.
Yeah,
Was that 2d8?
3.
That was all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you roll a 4?
I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 6.
No 4s.
At least you rolled a 6.
Yeah, right. Seriously, saved it.
And that's my first attack.
Yeah, he would not. All right, yeah, you're good. So yeah, no, that absolutely connects, and like your fire like wreaths around him. You see it kind of envelop him, and it smokes around his face a little bit. And oh, ha, ha. Not doing bad today, Nesgrim.
Thank you. And I'm hitting him again.
Yep.
Would I still be having a tug of war with the one gun, or
With the pistol?
Yeah.
No, you would have pulled it towards you because he let go of that one. Perfect. 12. 12, yeah, no. That second one, he's going to just deftly parry away with the butt of his shotgun.
More dice.
First one was pretty good.
Thank you.
Ready?
Your gun scares me.
It should. It's a
Okay,
gun.
shot. It's a gun.
You just watch him like flick it forward and ever so deftly
think you did?
pull it towards his belt. You see more shells go in. He just kicks it back.
I'm gonna lean over to Rheirda. I don't like the noise that thing makes.
Loud.
Hair on your shoulder stands up.
Yeah. Well.
That's a pretty good dice show.
It
Really
is.
is.
Feed it to the skeleton.
He also works as a dice tower.
Then you gotta reach into his crotch to get it.
I'm stuck.
what you doing over there, John?
I was looking at one of the spells he's got.
Wait, what are you doing? What we got? What we doing, bud?
This is our ally.
Yeah. What?
This-
Chill.
this-
Yeah.
This is.
He's about to have disadvantage again. It's great.
Practicing your new abilities.
Yeah, no. He would absolutely
Last
rear
one.
back with the sword.
With the sword?
Yep.
Nah. Nesgrim's not a bitch. Take the sword hit.
I mean,
And then it morphs into
Natural 20.
He's dead. It was close. No, it's a 17 on the die, so 24.
yep, sure hits.
Ooh.
For 8 again. Yeah. You guys see that he just kind of like deftly swings sideways horizontally at Nesgrim's arm underneath where his shield lies. He tries to pull it down and can't catch it in time. And then he goes and extends the shotgun towards Nesgrim, like down at kind of an angle, like up over his shoulder. And he's going to look over at Felix and give you a quick wink. He's gonna pull.
I'm gonna give him
You
disadvantage.
got it.
Somehow he's gonna miss.
2 nat 20s.
Yeah, no, the lower is a 6, so 13's not going to connect.
Hit him! He's leaned over you with the gun, so
17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
add a damage die of psychic.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 10
Oh, okay.
with the
okay.
Saphira die.
Okay.
So
You
D8
know what you
and
did.
Add another damage die of psychic.
fucker.
Did you not smite? Did I hear? No smite?
I didn't smite.
You
No.
fuck.
Fine, let's get another attack.
How much
Give me
is
that damage die
psychic?
back.
1.
Back.
So 8 bludgeoning, 1 psychic.
So 8 bludgeoning, no psychic.
You're on your own, kid. I'm out.
I'm hitting. I'm just not dealing any damage with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was both his attacks, right?
Correct.
Any horny potion? I mean,
He said it.
I mean, it gave him horns. Come on.
It is.
No, I'm trying to think about whether or not I think I would again. Because there's one I want.
bless you.
You're gonna roll a 4.
Is there one you want or one that Arthur wants?
One that Arthur wants, for sure.
It's a 4.
It's not the 4,
It's gonna be a 4.
It's called gun potion.
right?
Gain additional gun.
No, all shots just connect.
Oh,
You crit on rolling anything between 1 and 20.
Heat-seeking shotgun.
Ooh.
Well, actually, no, you were right. 4 is still fine.
Is that what you rolled?
Yes.
Oh fuck! All right.
Yep, it's only a d6.
Can you
guys
start
have
telling me I'm gonna roll nat 20s?
that. Yeah, no, he pulls
He calls him as
another
as
potion
usual.
up off his belt as he lets the shotgun loosely hang in his fingers around the trigger. Just kicks that back. You don't see any visible changes to his form, but he just hits it and it's just it's gonna be fair now. It's your turn.
Surprise!
Your 2 attacks. You're gonna roll a 13 and a 16.
Okay. I have a slot left.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't, because I casted my Divine Smite on 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
First level spell slot. Thunderous Smite.
8.
Okay. Roll your burnout. It's a d10 now.
I didn't roll it on first one either.
On the Searing Smite. You rolled
Yeah.
it on the Sanctuary, but not on the Searing Smite.
Oh, sure. Yeah, roll that one too.
Why did I have to be honest? And also, it's not a D10, it's a D8.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Son of a...
One? I can see it from here.
Damn!
So this one's from the Searing Smite.
Why is it a
right?
D8?
Because I burnt out and it went down.
Did you burn out on a D12?
Yeah, I was still on a D10 because I burnt out so many times and fell
Oh.
farther.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm down to a D6.
Before
The
the
next
one for the
one.
Thunderous Smite.
Right.
So you need to roll the D100 for burning out this time.
Just roll 100.
72.
He said the bad ones were in the 70s and
Yeah,
80s.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
So this was the Searing Smite at second
Second
level.
level, so you
so
lose
it's
4
4.
hit points.
Yeah, you're right, you're
You
right.
burned yourself with it.
And then
A little too hot.
the D6 for the Thunderous Smite.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Ooh! I'm on fire.
Stop!
You gotta go game.
Why is anybody even
Would
rolling?
you rather he said 1?
Yeah, true.
It's
Alright.
done.
Okay,
So you got a Thunderous Smite on your weapon.
you're right. Now I'm gonna fucking hit him with this hammer.
I would like to boost his first attack roll
Sure.
by 7.
Holy shit.
I rolled both D20s at the same time. Can I choose which one to add that to?
No.
How do I pick which one to... Alright, I'll roll them again then.
You're just going to pull them out and you're going to roll one at a time.
Okay, alright. So first attack. $18 on the die.
Yep.
So-
You're definitely connecting.
We'll certainly hit with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll the second one now just cause.
Just 20 it, dude.
Ooh, it's also an 18 on the die.
Okay.
Alright, so
Betrayal.
D8 and
Just roll actual damage this time.
Right?
Thunderous Smite is 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
First time, and the attack deals to additionally, it must succeed on a strength save or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Okay.
So,
Uh-oh. Who's getting hit? He gets pushed away.
Right?
damage on that. How is this possible?
So
3 from the thunder.
Wow.
I rolled a 2 and a 1 again, and 4 plus 4, 8 on bludgeoning.
And another 3 force damage from me.
And then second attack is just going to be a D8. Which is 9.
9.
Well, he needs to make he'd be making the strength save after the first one. You would have
Correct.
had advantage if he does get knocked prone.
True.
I mean, you hit either way,
Yeah.
but
It'd be
16.
my spell save DC? Yeah, he succeeds.
That's terrifying. It was actually
and then what did you say the damage was on the
I was
second
gonna
one?
say 16.
Oh, that's not what I rolled. That's
9.
with the mods.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Weird.
9 bludgeoning on that one.
For the second attack, yeah.
Yeah, no, Arthur looks pretty rough.
Throwing everything I got at this.
So are we.
I know. This is actually lookable on one. It's fine.
We're just buffing.
Right? That's fine.
Tables.
Right?
I'm just bluffing.
Tables.
Yeah, no, he just kind of coughs and, clearly spits up like a bit of blood and then gives like a good smile. You got some good friends here, buddy.
I sure do. There's a reason I'm alive.
I believe that you said it like that.
The reason I'm alive. We'll see if we get it this time, all right?
Huh?
Pull another potion.
Wait, so when he pulls the potion, where's the shotgun go?
His shotgun's like loosely on his fingers, like underneath the trigger.
Wanted to throw it up again.
Now he learned. He's not a dumb man. Damn it, it's cocked.
2?
Yeah.
Would you like a Zephyr dice?
So close.
It's like a 5, which is backwards.
It's like
You were looking at it upside
because we're on the
down.
other side of the table.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. If you had been in his team,
If I was in Desmond's
you would have
seat, it
known.
would be- See?
Well, he knows what's up. And he's gonna sheath his sword. He's gonna put that second hand up on that arrow.
Wait, does anything happen after he drinks this? Visibly?
Not physically to his form, no.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay.
And you just see him bring it up to his mouth and just kiss the barrels.
Oh God!
Sorry, buddy. Cool plan. He's gonna pull the first. You're out, Paul.
Yeah, I'm out.
He's gonna nat 1 ricochet off of me and it'll kill him.
Oh, it's cocked.
Is it the opposite?
He didn't crit you. It's an 18 on the die.
Yep.
With the 3 on the bonus. So yeah, it's a 28.
Sure hits.
Shit.
Ain't nothing I can do about that but try to soak this.
Now we get to see what it does.
Uh-oh.
60, 20.
Uh-oh.
Flat on his ass.
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of dice he's collecting.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Is that from the potions?
It's also from potion stuff, but yeah, no, the shotgun base is 46.
It's gonna be
Because it's 2d6 per barrel. He's popping them both.
28 damage.
28 damage?
Yeah.
Uh, 22.
That's a little worse.
Yeah, just kerchow! Like you see it give like a fierce kick in his hands to where he's like, oh there!
I am now very, very bloody.
Yep.
But still up.
Yep. And he just kind of like looks at it after he realizes how hard it hit. My bad, buddy.
Wasn't too bad. I can take
Just like pellets like in your beard and face, just like bleeding all around. And he just kind of is like,
I could take another.
Oh God!
all right.
When would is this still his turn?
As of right now, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying he fired both. Well, he's real fast at reloading. He doesn't get to attack with it again. And he's got his sword sheathed.
Kick him in the dick.
Kick him! No, he's got horns! What a guy. He's gonna try to fucking headbutt you right in the chest.
He can try.
It is a 19 exact, because he's got +1 from this,
Meets.
from other potion.
Yep. That'll hit.
It is considered a magical weapon
Why is my AC
because
not
of alter
20?
self.
So why is my AC not 20?
Is your armor damaged?
No.
I don't get the additional for damage.
Can we ever repair it?
7 magical piercing.
I am still up.
Yep. So he just kind of like kicks the shotgun, gives it a kiss, blasts you. Has a brief exchange of words. You guys share a laugh, and then he just like, hey, fuck it, I got these. Just takes them into your chest ever so slightly.
Love it.
Yep. Yeah. Then it comes back to you. Round 5. He, as well, like I said, looks pretty rough.
Searing Smite first hit again.
I will one final time boost his first attack.
Roll your burnout.
Thank you.
It's a 2.
What's his bonus?
7.
7. Cool.
You're rolling.
Nice.
You're 7.
It is indeed a 7. So 7, 14, 21.
I have a reaction.
No, I'm sorry, not 21. 7, 4, 11. It would be 18. I'm sorry.
18. Yeah, I have a reaction. He's gonna realize that your blade is... Because he watches you obviously cast Searing Smite and realizes that, like, this one again is gonna hurt. And he'll 100% cast Shield.
Okay.
Pop to a 22. No burnouts for me.
I can't wait for counterspell.
Next attack.
Second hit.
Searing Smite's still up.
Correct.
It's an at 20.
There you go.
Divine Smite 2.
What the heck?
Throw
Do you
the
still have spell
whole...
slots?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the Zafira dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So it's
You handed it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite effect.
8. Roll the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Another 8.
It was just you all along. It wasn't the dice.
Searing Smite D6.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
Turns
the
out
6.
It's always been me.
It's a 5. Divine Smite at first level is 2d8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Roll hot.
5 and a 2. So 7.
Just like, I'm sick of this.
He's done it. We're damn close.
16, 11, 23.
This will be the first fight he actually wins.
2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. 50 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope that does it.
Would you like to do non-lethal damage?
Yes. I don't
Okay.
want to kill him.
Oh, if you said no.
Absolutely not.
He said no. Web was just snapping his neck from behind.
This becomes a very different scenario.
Yeah,
This
that's
becomes, we committed a crime, we have to go.
We-
We're homeowners now. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we take the home. Like this.
That's how things work in Oshuamp, right?
He lives here. How do you know? Well, that guy's covered in syrup. Obviously, he lives here.
Yeah.
Is Arthur considered undead?
No.
Good, because he doesn't take an extra d8 from the Divine Smite then. That was a significant amount of damage.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, dude, pally crits.
Yeah, it's my first attack roll crit, I
I
think.
will tell you that absolutely, like, Arthur kind of sees the fury in your eyes, realizes what everyone's been doing, and just, like, smiles at you ever so slightly, looks at everybody else, and he goes, "What a champion, huh?" You fly him in the side of the head. You guys just see blood just spit out of his mouth all over the ground. He falls to the ground unconscious. And yeah,
I would bend down and immediately lay on hands for like 10.
Immediately.
He's gonna kiss him.
It's like that scene in fucking Happy Gilmore when he goes to check on Bob Barker and he just stabs him.
Gotcha, bitch!
No, I would immediately
Yeah,
get to 10.
You just slowly hear from like the edge of the square, just Wembley.
Thank you. I learned a lot from fighting you.
Yes. Mr. Arthur was very kind to take it easy on you.
I didn't even have to kick him in the dick.
No. Probably would have been a lot worse if you had. I think he would have actually tried to shoot you.
Did shoot me.
He definitely tried. He leaned over and looked at me.
I know. Arthur just on the ground just starts lightly cackling as like he's coughing up
I would
blood
help him
underneath
up,
you.
too.
Yeah, and just oh no, Wembley. I definitely pulled the trigger. He's pretty hard to hit. Wembley just like starts to walk over towards you and places a hand on your shoulder, like on your back, as you help Arthur up, and he looks Mr. Arthur once over. Your body is fragile, sir. Yeah, I mean, we can upgrade sometime. We'll figure that one out. Good hits, though, Nesgrim.
Thank you. Same to you.
Mm.
Although I do need one of these gun contraptions you have.
No, those are mine. Give me my pistol back.
I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a simple construction where obviously it's got like the wooden handle. It looks like a flintlock pistol, but it's got.
Would it have? So, trying to think of how many. No, I would have been paying attention to the fight. Okay, so I would have opened it to see like how he probably loads it. I'm just looking at it. And
Yeah, it looks like a flintlock 6-shooter.
Okay, just
Mm-hmm.
just gonna look at him and
That is mine.
just hover it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you just watch as he extends his hand and it rips back to him very quickly. I've only got a couple. I've got to make sure I keep them safe. That's why they're in the shed.
Outside?
Yeah. Sheds are safe.
Yeah. Are any like locks on it or anything?
No. Why would I lock the shed? How would I get in?
The same shed with all the dented watering
Yep.
cans.
and the scythe?
Yeah. Who the hell locks a shed? You guys are weird. Emily, put the guns back in the shed for me. Yes, sir. He just like hugs them and starts waddling over. Arthur just rubs like sweat and blood from his brow. Whew.
I'm gonna walk over to Arthur and cast Cure Wounds.
Much appreciated, Ether.
Of
I'll give
course.
Nesgrim a cure wounds to
Make sure I don't burn out.
Thank you.
6. I'm
second
good.
level.
Thank you.
Uh,
I thought I was gonna be back down to a D4 again. I was worried.
I did not burn out either.
How did you not recover? How did you not recover fully from your burnout?
I'm not sure. I had it marked. I didn't think it was a D12, and I had it marked as a D10. So I mean,
I think you just didn't mark it back to the D12 because it's the long rest. You go up one stage.
I might not have marked it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
9.
9. Sick. Thank you.
He hasn't been sleeping.
Arthur just kind of like cracks his knuckles.
Oh, no.
That was a good fight.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna go catch my breath.
Sure. No problem. He shakes your hand very vigorously and just kind of looks at you. You all right?
Fine. Thank you.
Sure.
This is gonna be an ego boost that will sustain me for some time. This is the first fight I've ever won.
You should thank your friends.
They're the reason I won all the other fights as well.
Yes. Nothing wrong with relying on your good pals.
Oh, I'd be dead without them.
Yeah, if I had Wembley there, he would have held you down and I would have shot you in the face. That's our ragtag team we got, ain't it, Wembley? And you just hear him echo out from the sheds. Yes. I hold them and you shoot them in the face. Love that guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go over there now.
To Wembley in the shed.
Just anywhere else.
Sure, you just take a few steps away in the courtyard. And yeah, you guys are all standing here with Rheirda and Arthur, who's just kind of like, taking a couple heavy breaths and looking down at his armor.
Guess we all learned something from the
Oh,
Nesgrim's fight with Wembley.
certainly. Nothing wrong with practicing tactics. It's a good opportunity to figure out how you all work best together. Good learning opportunity.
Yes. Are you alright, Arthur?
Yeah, totally fine. He didn't shoot me.
Yes, that is true.
Would have been impressive if he had.
Exactly. Nobody can operate those guns but me. They're my guns.
Like no one's allowed to.
No. They're mine. Special. I love those guns.
My own.
Is that
My own.
a sort of magic?
Gun?
Yes.
No, the dwarves smithed them. They're dead now. That's what I was trying to have you guys find for me down in Felfarthen. More guns. Or books on guns. Christian can, hammer them out for me. He's doing his best to make them, but every time he hits them with the hammer, they come out sharp and pointy and kind of hard to pull the trigger when it stabs you in the hand.
Yes, a blade gun.
Get right. Squall's got nothing on what Arthur Heartwood's going to have eventually. Still ready to help me with my uncle?
Yes, of course.
Be greatly appreciated, buddy. One last watering Wembley for old time's sake. And you just see him as he's like stepping out of the shed. Pause. And his hands just shake. Fine. He starts to turn to go back into the shed. No, I'm just kidding, Wembley. You've watered enough for life.
After this one.
Come on in. Yeah, and Arthur starts stumbling inside.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have healed him to a pretty substantial amount. Like, he looks okay. He's still bloodied and hurt, but,
Yeah.
Not in the worst shape. Wembley follows inside, and he would take you back inside of the consecrated room, the ground having been repaired by Wembley. Everything looks pretty okay back in here once more. And Arthur would pause, disappear for a moment, and come back like 3-4 minutes later with a fractured skull, where you can see along the back head a clear, like, Y-shaped cracking to where, like, parts of the skull are missing, where an obvious indentation would, concentric circle at a point. Missing, like, most of the lower jaw, has some of the upper teeth. But, yeah, I mean, he would pull it out. Thank you.
Of course. He deserves this, as do you.
I hope so. Danger, a small skull.
Take it. Felix, if you would not mind drawing the circle.
I'll nod and start drawing it.
We're in the ballroom.
I'll collect some candles
Mm-hmm.
from around.
Candles and stuff for your brazier, and you got your herbs and stuff.
Please, John, his brazier.
Please, you look so good in it. The Ether Fall collection.
Yeah.
Oh my.
What do you mean? He's got
Braziers.
Mickey Mouse ears now.
Yeah, I mean, would you want to do the other one first to see last minutes before you send across?
Yes.
That is the one where after everything has been set up, that's the one that's just a touch and a class feature.
Yep. Yeah. I would do that. I would have everyone sit.
Inside the circle around still.
Yeah, like on the edges.
Mhm.
And I would walk around and light a candle and place it next to each person, whoever wants to participate.
Yeah.
Is it safe?
I think so, yes.
I shrug.
Who fucking knows?
After
I'll nudge you. It's hot stuff.
been through a lot of
I understand. You are protected inside the circle, and with this candle, when you wander, you will find your way back.
Would you have come inside for the ritual with Wembley? Yeah.
What do you?
You're saying goodbye.
Yeah,
You gonna kick his ghost in the dick?
Sorry about that, dude.
Hey, Nesgrim, step outside of the circle real quick. Bam!
I can just rest.
Just with Mystic Hand, just smudge his part.
Where am I?
Get the coffin.
We needed him to survive that fight so we could kill him in here.
He could be lost forever.
Give Wembley a new body.
Yeah.
You're actually coming back.
Candles are lit. Magical circle is drawn. Takes several minutes and stuff, but everybody's prepared. Wembley is obviously also still sitting at the edge of the circle.
Yeah.
Adjacent to Arthur. And he just kind of like looks. Like an extended look of concern, just confusion. Not like disappointment or anything, just like, this is a strange thing to be sitting in on of my own volition.
Yeah.
I am sitting down to watch how I died.
Yeah.
And I don't remember it. And I don't know why. Yeah. So, for just mechanical clarification, you guys will be present, visibly, able to see. No actual spiritual present for you. You are effectively just in an amphitheater looking down.
Mm-hmm.
And you touch the skull of William Heartwood. And I will tell you that once again, washing over you is that very familiar sensation of being gripped and pulled asunder to somewhere far away from here in a spiritual astral projection to a faint memory of a broken dead man. And I will tell you that you see standing amidst a litany of corpses of flayed dwarves inside of a very dark, dank cave. The figures of a young Arthur Heartwood, black hair, short beard, next to him William, the man obviously you can see now, doesn't remotely look like Wembley. He looks like a tall, imposing, still figure as he does in his body as he has been recreated. But a tall man with salt and pepper hair, obvious streaks of age and gray around the edges, shortly cut. A long, comparable to like yours or Lawrence length beard, again, salt and peppered. You can see that in his hand, he is the one holding a shotgun and a whip. And that Arthur next to him, about maybe 5 to 10 feet back, is staring in a direction with a longer rifle with his eye down a scope, looking off into a distance that you guys can't see, obscured. You hear the dwarves on the ground, guttural like gasping, obvious blood caught in their throat, and you hear a different voice echoing out from the man of William Heartwood. You see him look in a direction, rear back, pull his whip, and attempt to extend and crack it out towards something outside of your vision. And you see his hand stop as it cracks horizontally, and his whip extends out beyond your vision into darkness, and something stretches out from the darkness back at him and grips over his hand. You can see that it looks very comparable to the decrepit, rotting vines that you know as Widow's Wail. It looks as though it splits and forks as it hits his wrist. So like a singular extending vine that when it connects, effectively, for those of you who have watched Stranger Things, when the mouth of the Demogorgon opens, it looks like that, where it connects with his wrist, and then it opens, and ever so suddenly rips up, extends around his arm, up to his shoulder, and you see all of the flesh from William's right arm ripped backwards, up and out, down to the bone, and his whip falls to the ground. And you hear this man yell out, "Arthur, run!" And you see Arthur just shake violently and pull this trigger. You see this gasp of smoke, and you hear off into the distance again, beyond where the bullet would project into, beyond the scope of their memory. You hear this cracking of stone as this bullet clearly thuds and penetrates into something. You hear the cascading rubble. You see a tuft of smoke out from this darkness. And you see Arthur in a panic drop the gun and look at his uncle. And William turns towards Arthur to once again begin to open his mouth. And you see a second tendril shoot out from the darkness that strikes him in the back of his head and shoots him about 30 feet, where he cracks into a wall, and you watch William go limp. Arthur, having dropped the gun, turns and begins to run over to William in a clear panic. The bodies of the dwarves that are littered here on the ground shake more violently, and from out of their open, gasping mouths, what looks like mixed with blood suddenly start to plume these curious little fungal projections of spores that begin to pop and burst and rain acid down onto their own faces, continuing to melt and obliterate the bodies. You see Arthur himself struck by some of these spores, burned into his back, and as he turns and he looks into the direction, he is also struck clearly in the chest by a diagonal lashing of this extending tentacle vine that does not grip at him. It lashes, strikes him in the chest, and he is pushed backwards into the wall and falls adjacent to William. You hear Arthur slowly begin to sputter out amidst pained gasps. I'm sorry. And you see Arthur's eyes slowly roll back into his head as he goes limp, and his arms fall to his side, and one of them strikes William ever so gracefully in the face. And you see William stir. You can see that from the injury on his head, he is... I know people don't love gore, so I won't get too into detail, but you can see that part of his face is effectively cracked open to where if anybody has seen UFC fighters that break their jaw and their jaw hangs and the orbital socket is more open and effectively pulled down, unable to speak, William, with one good arm, wraps it under the limp body of Arthur, pulls it to his chest, looks down at what is the very little remnant of his other arm, with effectively just a little bit of muscle and sinew still holding itself together, shakingly violently wraps it underneath Arthur's legs, winces in pain, and begins to do all that he can to stumble away. And you watch as William, cradling Arthur's body, blood drooling out of his mouth over the open area from where his jaw is broken, coating Arthur's own chest. Tears begin to rain down his eyes as he looks over the boy that he considers to be his son, unable to speak to him or to even offer him any sense of apology or mercy here. Stumbles and stumbles, and then falls, lays his back against a wall itself, cradling Arthur here in his ripped asunder arm, his broken body. He places one hand on Arthur's face, his obvious only real hand, on the side of Arthur's cheek. And you hear him strain against broken vocal cords, mutter out, "Oh, my boy. It wasn't meant to be this way." And you see William's face sag, and you hear him sputter. and the vision concludes. And you can see Arthur sitting there, obviously overwhelmed emotionally, tears staining his cheeks. I knew I owed you my life, and I'm sorry I couldn't give you one. And you just see Wembley, obviously a construction, deeply saddened, just struggling to process, because there is a soul that still resides in part in this body, that a tear forms at the edge of his eye, and you see Wembley reach out and place his large looming hand on his back of his neck and pull him towards him, burrowing Arthur's head against his shoulder. You gave me all the life I ever could have wanted, Arthur. And he just rubs the back of his hair, and you can see him just ruffle it. You'll always be my boy. Arthur, just after a moment, pulls back and looks at you. Give him some peace, please.
I will.
Thank you.
Light the brazier.
Yeah. You light the brazier, and all of you once again see Ether just kind of inhale deeply as this smoke envelops his face, and you all still again, happily walking, safe with your friend, are pulled to where Ether is pulled. Once again, not spiritually present as an actual form, but there as watchers, to be able to finally see what it is your friend has promised you is real, that he has been doing for 10 years or more, this silent servitude towards the dead. You see Ether standing safely, sure-footed, on a small, dark wooden dock. And at the edge of the dock, you see this ever-flowing, swift, but calm, waving river. And at the edge of the dock, standing over, looking down, you see what you all clearly recognize as the figure of William Heartwood, looking down into the waters, his back to you.
I'll walk over and sit next to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sit down, and he's standing and realizes that you're sitting. And...
No, I'll stand next to him. I thought he was sitting.
Sure, no, he's standing.
Okay, yeah, I'll stand next to him.
Yep. And he just kind of gives you this curious look of you're familiar even though you shouldn't be.
Sure.
And he just looks over and he goes, my boy knows you, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
How is Artie?
He's doing very well. Quite the sense of humor on him.
Oh, he got it from me. I feel like this has been a long time coming.
You have been waiting a long time. But he sent me to let you rest.
Is that what it is? Rest? I've been looking at these waters for years, and calming as that might be, it still feels like there is so much left undone back at home. Too much left in Artie's hands that it feels unfair to ask him to fulfill.
He is not alone. He has friends. And what this is, it will feel like going home, from what I am told from others I have sent on.
Sure would like to feel that roaring fire once again at my feet.
I think you will, as you pass, feel all of those things that you hold dear to you. Almost relive your life. Brief flashes, these experiences that you have come to know, and I'm sure have thought on in your time here.
Can't think of anything better than just memories of me and him. Well, and his foolish father. Good man. Oh. He turns and he extends his arm out towards you.
Does it look normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah, no. It looks
Yeah.
like he was as he was alive.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reach out and shake his hand.
Yeah, you feel a very firm grip. I wish I had an answer for you, friend. Whatever it was out there. If I had to wager, it's not going to be easy to kill.
Nothing worth killing ever is, isn't that right?
I've hunted some wonderful game in my day. Caught a lot of terrible people, too. But he'll be easier to find for you. You see that he reaches underneath the collar of his shirt and he pulls out this long, silver-chained amulet. And as he pulls it away from his body, you can see that it unclasps at his neck and the chain hangles delicately over the back of his hand. And as he holds it open, you can see that it's about the size of a palm. It's a silver spherical shape where you can see at the top there is an obvious ridge for what would look like the upper portion of an eyelid. And the same thing, only thinner along the lower. And in the center you can see that there are... You know how when you look at like a kaleidoscope and you can see that there are the various shapes of like rhomboid style projections? You can see that they envelop around a small crystalline spherical in the center iris. And all around the edges of these prisms are various shades that as heat rotates it ever so slightly, you can see they shine and shimmer in the area around you. Happy hunting. Sure, this will keep you safe like it was supposed to keep me.
You are a good man, William Heartwood.
I'm a hunter. But it's time I hang up my guns.
I'm a hunter too.
Yeah. Whatever it is, don't breathe it in. Take care, Artie.
I will. He is an unstoppable force.
He likes to think he is. But he's definitely due for something new.
When this is all done, when his work is done, I will reunite you both after he has rested.
Yeah. Oh. Tell him I'll do my best to find his mother and father out here. Strange. Such peaceful water.
I'm gonna sit,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of reach my hand up towards him.
Yeah. He absolutely reaches down and tightly grasps at your hand up over your wrist and pulls himself down to sit next to you. And as he parts his hand, he pats you once on the back. For a man I have never actually met, Ethier. Well, I wish I could think of a pretty thing to say. But I think you'll be the one to do that for the people in the end, not me. You can see that he grips the edge of the dock.
Mm-hmm.
And his legs extend out, and you see that his, bare feet slowly start to touch the water. And as he does, he just kind of pauses and rights himself. Yeah. Like a roaring fire.
Good night.
Take care of yourself, Ether. And he
Thank you.
pushes himself off the dock, and you watch as he slides into this river, disappearing below in a very smooth, motionless calm. And I will tell you that as William Heartwood descends into the waters below, disappearing from your sight, for the first time performing your miracle, you see as you look down that as William dissipates into nothingness, it looks as almost like a star bursting in the sky, and the waters begin to glitter and glimmer around you. And we'll end there.
That's probably fine.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Friends, thank you very, very much for watching this evening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the Lost Kings of Edoras. And we will not be live on Sunday because it's Halloween.
Woo! Right?
But then we'll be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. and we will see you guys there. Good night, everybody.